What's up, dregs, vandals, and elixir of all ages? Expert Penguin back again, once again.
Oh, really?
And
Is that what we're doing now?
House of light side peasantry world building. Yep. Yep, not at all like dark side royalty lore. We here at light side peasantry world building like to
Light side peasantry world
yeah,
building.
we here at, we like to talk about things. And is anybody gonna talk about the anus? Okay, they're in the anus. Look!
They're in
Astral
Uranus.
proctology.
Astral proctology.
This is serious, okay? Look. Do you know what's after their anus? Here. They're gonna go for they're gonna go for our moon next. We're just mooning them. And they're ready. They're coming for the anus. Oh God. But you know what?
How did we let it get this far? We should have probably done something. I mean, talk about just waiting for the.
Do you see this?
For the Doritos to come to you.
You know what? I am at this point convinced that the Doritos are going to completely obliterate this. And would you like to know my proof? This is going to be gone. This is going to be gone from the map. And do you know how I know this? Because, dear. Come right here. Look right.
Wow, bullet holes.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna put bullet holes in you. You gotta, man, let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish, Kanye. Okay, now, do you see right over here? Jupiter. Now, look, do you see directly underneath Io? Look very closely. If you look very closely, you will see an unlit node and what looks like Russian for Europa, which is the oft-rumored new area where the Guardians establish a beachhead of sorts to start fighting back the darkness, which means that Titan's going to get bodied. Titan is, beyond the shadow of a doubt, in no uncertain terms, going to get bodied. And we're going to end up on Europa. And it's going to light up right here. Bloop. But hashtag free Sloan.
I believe that.
Hashtag...
Hashtag...
I don't care what anyone says, okay? I still feel like Sloan deserves better than this. We got to go to Titan and take a selfie with Sloan, dear. Because
we gotta.
I mean, if the pyramids take Jupiter, I mean Saturn. If the pyramids take Saturn, I mean, it's not good, man. I mean, what's on Saturn?
No.
I don't know, dear. What's on Saturn? Have we ever touched down on Saturn?
No, we never touched down.
Only in the ring, right?
We went to the Dreadnought, yeah, which was on the ring. Not.
We went to Titan, and I think in Taken King we went to Phobos, but Phobos is a moon of Mars.
We went to Phobos.
Phobos is a moon of Mars, though, so that's not even on the docket. But yeah, pretty sure that means I think Saturn's gonna get eaten alive. Something horrible is gonna happen. And can I just say for the record, did you what the fuck? Did you see how big that thing was? Did you see?
It's pretty huge.
So apparently the Almighty is 3,000 kilokilometers wide. It's as wide as the planet Mercury. Like, it's as wide as the planet.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a planet. It's literally a planet-sized ship hurtling towards the Earth. Jessica, I cannot wait until the last week. I have to see this. Oh, there's also more towers have popped up on Io and the Moon, respectively. There are more Seraph towers, yeah, all over Io, and we saw them pop up all over the EDZ, and now they popped up all over Io and stuff. But yeah, dear. Yeah, you know, I don't. The amount of firepower that we are going to need. Apparently, the heroic mission for the Almighty has been popping up on the map a lot lately. I kind of want to do it, just because I haven't done that mission. If you can see it on your map, let me know. But I would love to do that mission again, the Almighty. I love that mission. It's one of those high budget missions that Bungie spent a lot of money and time on. You're standing on the outside of the Almighty, right next to the sun. Solar flares everywhere. Just, ooh, actually, I have never seen that in 4K. I would like to see that in 4K.
Oh, okay, maybe we can do that.
Destiny 2 did not go fork until 2018, late 2018, when what's it called came out? When Forsaken came out. Yeah.
When Forsaken came out.
I think that's when Destiny went fork, when Forsaken. So I have not seen the surface of the Almighty with all of that gorgeous HDR and fork, and trust me, it actually makes a difference. Okay. I was just playing it. I was just playing Destiny 2 on PS4. That is a travesty. I mean, it's not a travesty, but wow, I have a PS4 Pro just so I can play it in 1440p. Where's your exclusive content now? Now you're just the inferior-looking version. Now you're just the worst-looking version, PS4. I mean, technically, yeah. Because Xbox One X has the fork, and I gotta say, faster loading times. Yeah. Oh my god, when I pick my character on Xbox, before I load into orbit, I can usually pause the game and fiddle around with my inventory before everything loads in. I cannot do that on PS4 at all. No, it takes a lot longer for everything to load on PS4. Good lord. Yeah. Like, I actually appreciate playing it on a 1X with whatever extra computing power makes the experience of playing Destiny smoother. Yes, because everything takes longer to load on PS4. I don't know why. I don't know why.
That's weird.
It is weird. But, I mean, the 1X is a very powerful console. Even though Destiny is a very CPU-based game, and this current wave of consoles are very graphics hardware powered, as in they rely on like their RAM and the strength of their graphics cards rather than the strength of their CPUs, which is the bespoke reason why Destiny 2 is not 60 FPS on the 1X. And why 4K is entirely achievable, 4K 30, but not 60 FPS. Because the Xbox One CPU is not strong enough. It is not strong enough to do 60 frames. But it does, it has like 13 gigs of RAM. So all those, high-res textures can sit in the RAM very nicely. Barrier, boo, barrier. Do you have barrier?
I don't have barrier right now.
Alright, heavy frame. Shots to your brain. Get him, dear, get him. Alright, I feel like the heavy frame should probably take care of the rest of this. Between us and the javelins, and I think we can take it out without needing any, yeah, it's gone. Love heavy frames. Heavy frames do additional damage when you fully upgrade your bunker, so bonus.
Ooh.
Ba-doom. None shall pass.
Yes.
So, what level are you?
Wait a minute. 80.
You're still 80?
Oh, you mean?
You were 80.
On the.
Yeah, you were 80 on Monday. You still 80?
Yeah, I haven't played since Monday.
Yeah, I mean, and then he, you know, I don't know why he stopped talking, and then you know she leaned in and asked, you know, like, let's see what's going on, and then he bit her on the face, like just out of nowhere. I don't know why, you know, but it was very disconcerting, you know, just lunged. Never seen anything like it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What was that? You were about to get chewed on, girl. I don't know what
Well,
to do with you.
I didn't. Oh.
Can't take you anywhere. Can't take her anywhere. Okay?
Why does it take so many War Mind bits to upgrade these rank 3 thingamabobs? It takes 240 of them.
It takes
What the hell?
240 Warmind bits to do what?
To upgrade these tier 3
Girl, ain't you swimming in Warmind bits? You still not swimming in Warmind bits yet?
No.
How?
I'm not. I have never been swimming in Warm. I don't know. I just don't get that many of
Did
them.
you not get the bunker upgrades that allow you to get Warmind bits from other activities like strikes and gambits and crucibles and...
Well, I got the ones that make it so that you get more of them.
What about getting them, period? This long silence was worrying.
What do you mean?
This extended silence is worrying to me. I am now worried.
I don't know. I feel like I
feel
get
worried.
them, but they're just not enough.
Boobity.
Anywho.
Alright, well. I'm gonna put it this way. Yo. Okay? Okay, girl. All you need is to do the things. Now, are you picking up Rasputin's bounties? I think the flashpoint this week is I think it's IO, so we may have to go to, if you want, we can go to IO and pick up some IO bounties, because each of those bounties are worth 50 Warmind bits a pop, which is why I am so baffled often. Like, each of those bounties are worth 50 apiece, and then that means at the very least you're getting 250 Warmind bits from the bounties alone. That's not counting what you get from mixed activities, doing public events, doing other things. Like, I mean, dear, I have not touched... I fully upgraded every bunker on April 10th.
Wow.
I have 2,324 Warmind bits right now.
That is...
Yeah, so I am truly, truly baffled that they are just not giving you the grizzle. Like, I'm actually kind of annoyed that they're not giving you... They're not paying what they owe. You know, I'm kind of annoyed. Alright, I just picked up like 5 Seraph.
Bitch better have my money.
Yeah, see? Bitch better have my bits! Well, you want to do this legendary Lost Sector? You can get some bits from that. Also, you know, I mean, I know it's not like you to... I don't know if it's like you to, altruistically... Oops, I keep activating Rasputin. I don't know if it's like you to altruistically just randomly jump into a Seraph Tower event and be like, hey, it looks like y'all need help over there. Let me,
Occasionally.
Yeah, a good way to get bits. I mean, even if you fail a tower event, they still, like, chuck 20, 30 bits at you.
You get some bits.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I stopped worrying about bits long ago. The only thing I use bits for now is, well, you will notice this should you fully upgrade a bunker. But when you fully upgrade a bunker, they let you buy a chipset, which is basically the equivalent of leveling up Rasputin. It's like, it just gives you 7 chips, so you can get a package. That's really the only thing I use Warmind bits on now, because it's like 500 Warmind bits, 4 legendary shards, and like, I think 3,000 glimmer or something like that. It'll get you a chipset, just so I can get a random piece of gear, like some boots.
Oh,
Alright, what do you think? So this thing has... balls. It has threat detector and Vorpal weapon on it. What do you think about that? threat detector, and Vorpal crab weapon.
Threat detector.
Hmm.
I like Whirlpool weapon, right?
It's
Isn't
alright.
that the that does like elemental?
No. Vorpal weapon. No.
No.
Vorpal weapon does increased damage against bosses, vehicles, and guardians with their super active. So that's a nice little PvP thing.
Oh.
Nah, I think this is booty. I think I'm gonna drunk it. It's got threat.
Guardian down.
I think it's got
Oh,
threat
whoops.
detector and Vorpal weapon. What am I supposed to do with threat detector and Vorpal weapon, you heathens? You fucking heathens. All right, so we're gonna swap that out there. Okay, and I'm gonna delete that because I already have a car. I'm trying to get a good roll for the. Oh, you're dead. I'm trying to get a good roll for the Rasputin auto rifle. Like I've got one right now. It's got auto loading holster and swashbuckler, which I love. Oh, that's such a nice combination of rolls. So many good rolls. Oh yeah, don't forget these things are match game, so yeah, there's gonna be shanks down here with solar shields, so we're gonna need a solar weapon, and I think the captains usually have like arc shields or something like that. So we're gonna run into a little bit of bullshit. Gotta warn you up front. The bullshit is coming.
Okay.
The bullshit is coming. The bullshit is coming. The red coats are coming. Yeah, I had to hit you with that sky blessing, girl. I had to hit you.
Thank you.
Well,
I appreciate it.
I relish at the. This is why I try to get my bounties out of the way early. It's always nice to just know, I'm done with the submachine gun bounty. Now I can use something else, like the Lumina.
Yeah.
You know me. I love the Lumina. Ever since I master twerked it, killing enemies gives me 2 blessings, 2 noble rounds per kill instead of just 1. So it's eminently more useful. Eminently more useful as a weapon. Alright, y'all shanks need to cut it out. I'm not playing with you today. Where? Nope. This is my house. It's a full-blown virus. We don't fuck with the cough.
What?
That was part of Mac Miller's freestyle, bro.
Oh.
He said it's a full-fledged virus. We don't fuck with the cough. That line is so, prescient now. When he was rapping that we weren't in a pandemic, but it's true, yo. It is a full-blown virus, and we do not fuck with the cough right now. Mac Miller
Yeah,
called
true.
it COVID-19. Stay woke.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I hate this area. I hate this area so much. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with Fallen over here. There's also going to be an extremely annoying barrier servitor. So let me just get out my SMG now. Gotta put the Lumina away. This is gonna be a pain in my ass.
Okay.
I hate this. Okay? I want you to know, in no uncertain terms, that I abhor this part of this lost sector.
I believe you.
Even though I'm taking far less damage than I did the last time I was here. Rifts down here, boo-boo.
Guardian
Yep.
down.
Ah, crap.
No, it's okay. That's exactly what happens up here. Because everything up there is being powered by that stupid servitor. Which means I gotta go up there with a super. Because the only thing that can puncture the stupid servitor thing is super moves. He's gonna throw up a shield, of course, thereby wasting my super. Thank you. Thank you, dickface. This is futility. But I figure there's nothing I can do really until, Yup.
Here you go.
Well, I had to put the Lumina away.
Rocket.
Took out the black talon for you. For the kid.
Oh, really? You brought the black talon.
I'm trying to figure out how this thing's masterwork works. Because I masterworked it a while back, but its masterwork is weird. Apparently, the masterwork is it does double damage, or it does extra damage.
Oh, cool.
But here's the thing: you have to You have to do a well-timed block. Like you have to block an attack at the last second, and that will buff the damage of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, I can do... No, wait, I can't do that. What the fuck? Why do you want me to do that? So, I'm just trying to figure out how that works. Because, I mean, there's rarely a moment where I feel, like, terribly safe. Blocking with the sword, especially, like, that whole block at the last second. Like, I don't want to do that. What the fuck?
No, I should block at the last second, eh?
It's like, do I have to block at the last second, though? Like, oh,
Guardian down.
body. I know, you thought I was standing here because I'm a coward. I know. It's alright. I forgive you. Stop that. Alright. Get out of my... Get out of my rift. Heathens. I'm about to get a javelin in the bleep.
No, it's another barrier for over there.
Are you not ready to talk trash to these things?
Yes, I am.
Come on, you know.
Down.
What
You
the?
you gotta bring the fire and the fury tenfold, okay? There's heathens. Heathens are afoot. And I am Justice's shield.
Heathens, indeed.
I am the shoe of the traveler, okay? Oh.
What? I don't even know what killed me.
I was
just
trying to
then.
kill that overlord dude. Did we get him? Did we get that fallen captain? 'Cause- Alright, this ain't working.
Oh no, he's right
Damn
there.
it. Y'all
But he's like, he keeps teleporting.
are
God
really
damn
gonna...
it.
Fuck it, I'm gonna have to take out my submachine gun again.
Guardian
No matter
down.
what I do, I can't quit this submachine gun. I can't quit you submachine gun. Alright.
Oh, my controller died.
Your controller
Hold on a
died!
second.
You know what?
Alright.
What are we gonna do with you?
Oh, good.
I thought didn't you say it was dying earlier?
And then I forgot to plug it in. Yeah.
What is the Glade slogan? Plug it.
Plug it in.
Yes! How long has that been Glade slogan, dear? I could
guess
use a
forever.
rift.
Oh.
I can guarantee you I have cast more rifts per capita, dear, than you have. Why am I the only man? Yeah,
No,
I
you
really have, though. I really have, though.
Well, there are 2 rifts now.
No, I'm just saying. Follow my crab example. Be about this rift life. This hashtag rift life. Do you have anything overload? Because I do not, and I don't think I have surge.
I do.
I don't think I have surge whatever's on my armor.
The weapon I'm using right now is
Overload?
an overload
Okay,
weapon.
can you stagger that fool? 'Cause-
Yeah. He's staggered.
Up.
Guardian down.
What? Oh my god.
It's alright. That's right. After that javelin, I was totally
Yeah.
gonna throw a rift down, but I didn't want to do it right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
the rift of disrespect only is that's exclusively for humans.
The rift of disrespect.
Yeah, you know about the rift of disrespect. I showed it to you in episode 2 of
Guardian down.
Warlocks Need Nerfs. Oh no, that was episode. I'm sorry, that was
They do
episode
not
3.
need nerfs.
I noticed you didn't have anything to say about that Titans Need Nerfs video. I noticed you didn't have anything to say about that at all. So I'm just gonna take it that I won that round,
Guardian down.
which, you know, I'm not surprised, but yeah. What can I say? You know, heathens. All right.
No.
I'm gonna leave this dude behind and just like, oh my god, I'm actually stuck on geometry. Thank you. QA testing, what is that? What is QA testing when you have deadlines to meet?
I don't know what that is. What the hell?
So, oh god.
Okay.
You just reviving people while they in their pause menus? You just, like it's a thing to do?
Oh, I
Like,
didn't realize
you
they
gonna
were in your
revive me
pause
while
menu.
I'm paused? Pausing?
How was I supposed to know you were in your
Alright,
pause
so I'm
menu?
gonna, because when somebody's in their pause menu, instead of showing your level next to your name or showing your symbol, your class symbol, it shows an ellipsis, like 3 dots.
Yes, I know.
So what do you mean? So you
I just didn't notice.
intentionally
Okay?
asked a question that would kneecap you? Why would you do that?
I just didn't notice
Bluff
that you were
hole.
in your pause menu.
Okay, BB Bluff. Of Bluffington. What, you didn't watch Doug? You didn't watch
Jeez.
Doug as a children? See, that heavy frame cleaned it up. I love how
Nice.
infuriating that is, though. They put the heavy frame all the way up here in the middle of all these enemies. Just to fuck with you. It's like, oh, you want the heavy frame? It's in the epicenter of all of these ads and a boss. Rasputin says good luck.
Have fun.
Yeah, right? Like, it's the Bray way. Yuck. Ooh, wait. This 7th Seraph
Good luck.
has quick draw and snapshot sights. Okay. A master twerk for handling. Looks like you left.
Quite nice.
Looks like you forgot you weren't the fire team leader.
Me?
Yeah, it says you left.
Oh, whoops.
Someone does not like to read their
Did
stats.
not mean to do that.
It's okay, dear.
Did not
I've played with crabs
mean
before.
to do that.
Usually when I play with crab people, they tend to do things like that. It's just the crab way.
It says you're matchmaking.
Well, yeah, because I'm exiting the lost sector and getting teleported back into the bunker. So technically, but not really matchmaking. Rounds per minute, 80 the magazine is smaller. That's so weird. You know, some of these shotguns have smaller magazines. Like the one I'm using right now has a magazine of 8, which is dope. That's perfect. But the one that just dropped had a magazine of 7.
Yeah. Yeah, you can also get a mod to make the magazine
Well,
bigger.
yeah, but I mean, the default drop is also as important, you know. It's like, I'm not going to equip that beast.
Yeah.
I have my shotgun that I have already does 8, and it's got auto-loading holster, Vorpal weapon, and, what does the shotgun have? I know I like it because oh, it has auto-loading holster and Vorpal weapon on it. And I've got backup mag.
Oh,
But
nice.
the masterwork is for range, which is very curious. That means this is a gun I'm absolutely going to keep. And I've already got it on tier 9. So. There's a little bit more, and we will be fully
nice.
twerking. We gonna be twerking. Twerking while we working.
Working while you're
Twerking
working.
while we work. What? No. Nope. Not even remotely. Nope.
Okay.
That is not what we do here. We do not put a ring on twerking. Speaking of putting a ring on twerking, I'm going to put a ring on this show. Hey! Welcome. Welcome all. That extended intro. It is the expert playlist. The live expert playlist. Number 143. Curiously, precariously, mysteriously named Rasputin's Truth. And today, I do believe today, we are going to bring you to the front of the crab lines, are we not?
Yes, I can't
You
wait.
finally grinded through all of those, finally
Killed 1,000
got
things
through all of that
with shotguns.
crazy shit.
Yeah,
Oh god.
yeah, the whole lot of stuff with shotguns. I used the boot
You
cannon.
did.
You know, well,
You
okay, that's a
rediscovered
rocket
you
launcher.
rediscovered
But
your love for boops in the process. Yes, that's true. But, you know,
yeah,
it is
there you
only
go.
in these
Boot
moments that
cannon.
we realize that boop is indeed life.
Boop is life. It's hilarious when you boop something. It's like whoop.
You thought I was just being a nut when I was like cackling when I was that infamous clip of me like going boops.
Mhm.
You think I'm just overreacting when I do stuff like that, don't you? I guess it's Lucian just being all hyperbolic again. Booping things, it can't possibly be that funny or exciting. He's just, doing that thing he does. Nope. Now you know. Boop is love. Boop is life.
Oh.
How do you feel now that you have booped
Oh.
and lived to tell the tale?
Well, I booped my way to glory.
Did you?
You know, I finally finished the quest, and now all I have to do is go talk to Rasputin. I wonder what he's gonna say. What's he gonna say?
He's going to say that
What
the
is he
virtue of a
going to say?
guardian, first and foremost, is patience.
Is that what he's going to say? I really hope not, because that's not very exciting.
What? How exciting is it supposed to be? I mean,
I don't know. I had to kill 1,000 things with shotguns.
you did.
Okay, better be pretty damn exciting.
Well. Let's cross that crab when we get there. I'm just putting on my stuff.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that all my equipment is checking out. I got Rage of the Warmind on the helmet. That's additional solar for burning cells, which I've got on the feet boots. So that's solar. Grasp of the Warmind on the chest, so I can pick up the cells, and cellular suppression on the bond. So we can suppress people. So Warmind cells can be picked up, thrown, and will burn and suppress people. I like that. I think that's
I like that
I
too.
think that's a successful rabble. Are you rolling with any cool Warmind cell like things on your person? Are you about that Warmind cell
Well,
life?
I've got the. I don't have any of the mods that, or do I? Wait a
None?
minute.
At all?
That help
mean,
me do
should have a
cool stuff.
bunch.
Well, I have some of them. I just don't have any of them equipped.
Why not? You're leaving Warmind cells on the table?
I mean,
They're gonna be around for at least the next two
the-
seasons, so don't be like, well, it's probably gonna disappear. No, because Charged with Light is still around, and that's from Season of the
Yeah,
Dawn.
that's true.
So
That's true. I just,
you just don't want to do it.
no, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's not. It's just that, like, okay. So, for example, when I look at for weapons, I don't see any major benefit, right? And then for my armor,
You don't
like-
see any major benefit?
you're talking about the mods. The mods are for armor. They're not
No,
for
they're
weapons,
not.
from what
So
I
that
can
was
see.
a very bad bluff, but we'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. That was a bad bluff, but we'll forgive you for that one.
What bad
By saying you
bluff?
don't see the benefit for your weapons when Warmind cell mods are for your armor.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, I was trying to say that I didn't see anything different for the weapons, so I figured that it was for the armor, right? And then when I look at the armor, it's like,
On your fourth slot, you don't see a variety of things that you can equip in the fourth slot.
yeah, I see a couple of things. Like, I have Hammer of the Warmind, which is like,
Okay, that's a pretty costly mod, but what about Elemental? You don't have any Solar Arc Void mods? That's part of the point. The solar mods are like Burning cells, that destroying a war mine cell creates a burst of solar energy. Fire team medic, destroying a war mine cell heals you and your allies. You know,
I must not have them because
incinerating light.
I only see a
What
couple
about
of them.
incinerating light? Become charged with light by defeating enemies with the explosion of a war mine cell. So what you're telling me is that I'm going to have to just sneak onto your character after tonight's show and actually look at your character and make you a war mine cell build. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me.
You
I could.
could, but I really like having the.
You really like having only one war mine cell mod?
Agreed.
Okay, that has nothing to do. If you don't have enough energy, then upgrade your freaking armor.
But my armor's pretty upgraded.
Then why are you
Everything is
worried?
7
Then why
or
are you worried
higher.
about taking off your resilience mods if your armor is upgraded? Upgraded higher than 7, so that you have more space to put mods. Crab. That's how armor works.
I get it, but
I don't want to upgrade
I
my
get it,
armor. I
but I
just want to
don't
nerf myself and be weaker. Okay.
I don't see what these mods that you're talking about. I guess I don't have them because I don't really see them. If I saw them and saw a real benefit to them, I would.
Okay,
look at
so
them.
can you just all right, so do something for me very quickly. You're wearing nothing but 7th Seraph armor, right? I'm gonna just assume right off the bat, and I'm not being mean when I say this, but I'm just gonna assume off the bat that the element of each of your individual pieces of armor does not really matter, or was not really considered. But do you have a void, arc, and solar piece of
It
armor?
does matter. It's all.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it doesn't matter, because you don't have a variety of materials. It's all arc, so you can only equip arc mods. The solar mods and the void mods are being left on the table. Do you have any solar or void armor that can accept a mod slot, like the seasonal mod slot?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I have.
can you do me?
I have a piece of. Okay.
Let me finish. So, do me a favor. Go to the solar one. Highlight the slot and screenshot it for me. Can you do that for your solar, void, and arc armors?
Oh wait, I have global
Everything
reach
has global reach.
equipped on the solar
That's cool.
one.
Everything has global reach on it. Global reach expands the range that your Warmind cells affect targets. Global reach is like the default, but that's good. But yeah, can you do that? Can you take a picture of your solar, void, and arc mods for me and send them to me?
Okay.
Yeah,
hold
like
on.
if you.
I'm sure I'm just gonna take a picture because that's probably
I guess,
easier.
I mean, you could screenshot it and then send it as a message.
Okay, yeah,
Download it
that's
from
true.
the app and send it as an iMessage. I mean, I'm not in a hurry.
That'd be true.
But I do want to check out your mods and see what you've got, because it's you're probably capable of making something. You're just, you are a find reasons to not do the thing, Crab. That's why I exist.
I'm not finding reasons not to do it. It's
oh, is-
just not immediately
is that-
obvious.
Is
So-
that why all of your armor is arc?
Because I use a lot of art stuff, so yeah, that makes
No,
sense
that
to
doesn't
me.
make sense. You using arc a lot has nothing to do with the element that's on your armor. The element that's on your armor dictates what kind of mods you can use on it. Like, using arc armor doesn't inherently buff you because you're arc. It means you have access to arc mods. Because arc mods are different from solar mods, or
Right.
different from void mods. And arc mods don't necessarily play into subclass types. They play more into the weapons that you're buffing or the traits that you're increasing. Which is why, I don't know if you've ever seen me play this, like this season, because it's been quarantine season, but I have several pieces of this 7th Seraph armor. I have void boots that are 8 energy. I have arc boots that are 9 energy. I have solar boots. They all have different mods equipped on them, depending on what subclass I'm playing or what I want to do, whether I want to throw war mine cells or just turn them into nukes. I equip different boots and gauntlets and helmets and chest pieces, and they all have different mods slotted into them. Like, these things drastically affect the way I play the game, and they affect my abilities and what I'm able to do. That's why I was just like talking out loud when I told you. I said I have yeah, because like look if you look at my character, you'll see what I mean. My helmet is solar. My claws of Ahamkara are arc. My chest armor is void. My boots are solar. Like it all depends on what I'm trying to do. But you see what I mean, right? Like you see like if you look at my helmet.
No, I was actually taking these
Okay.
screenshots,
No, it's
but
okay.
I'll check you out in
So,
a second.
no, it's
Hold
cool.
on.
So like my boots and my helmet are solar. But there's stratagems behind that, Blue. Stratagems. Because my boots have burning cells, which cause Warmind cells to explode and cause burn damage. And then my helmet has Rage of the Warmind on it, which adds additional solar damage. Although, I could make it Fire Team Medic, which heals everybody instead. I think I might do that.
Cool.
So just between the boots and the helmet, we've got Warmind cells that explode and burn enemies and heal me and my teammates. The chest armor has Grasp of the Warmind on it. Lets me pick up and throw Warmind cells. You can stick it onto enemies or onto the floor, onto a wall. I just think that's funny. It's funny because it works. And then my bond, my Warlock bond, has Cellular Suppression. And Cellular Suppression, it creates a burst of suppressing void energy. Which suppression keeps people from using their abilities. Like Fallen that teleport like assholes. Suppressing them keeps them from doing stuff like that. Or using their barrier supers or, you know, little things. There's all sorts of mods for like every piece of gear. But, you know. No, you think I carry around a lot of stuff. I do. But it's all got purpose. Like every season, Boo, you should have at least 3 legendaries on you at all times. Like you should really tinker and dabble with these mods, Boo. You're getting powers on you're not listening. You're getting powers on top of your powers.
I am listening.
Giving me the
No, I was thinking about what that would entail, actually. Oh, that's cool. Grasp of the Warmind is a thing that helps you pick up and throw Warmind. So okay, so if the element of the armor doesn't really matter,
doesn't affect your
why bother?
Because
I guess is my point.
Like Solar, Void, and Arc mods are not the same. The mods for each, like look at do an experiment. Like look at your gauntlets, look at your Arc gauntlets, and look at the mods that are available. Look at your Void gauntlets and look at what's available, and look at your Solar.
They're different.
So depending on your playstyle or what weapons you use more frequently, you might be more inclined to use different kinds of armor. Like I barely use Void, not because I don't like Void, but because the Void mods don't appeal to me at all. Outside of the seasonal stuff, I don't like the Void mods. Like I'm looking at all these Void mods. Let's see. Increases the amount of ammo you can hold. Light arms reserves. Look at this crap. All right. Hand cannon reserves. Scout rifle reserves. Sidearm reserves. Sniper rifle reserves. None of this speaks to me at all. I don't need to carry more ammo for these items. Why would I want any of this? Oh, unflinching grenade launcher aim. Yeah, okay. Unflinching scout rifle aim. Nope. Unflinching sidearm aim. Nope. Nope. That's why my vest, my chest armor, literally only has 2 mods on it. Recovery mod and Grasp of the Warmind. Nothing that actually buffs me. But then if you take a look at the freaking Arc boots I have, which I love me some Arc boots, dear. Love me some Arc boots. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've got Arc boots. They've got like traction and mobility mods, machine gun reserves because I use machine guns a lot. Sword reserves because hey, I love me some swords. So like all of the mods that are on an Arc piece of armor really speak to my soul, dear, because they're a lot of weapons that I use. Shotguns, swords, bows, machine guns, mobility mods. That's all on arc.
Mhm.
So a lot of my exotics, for that reason, I usually turn them arc. Yeah, 'cause if
I
I'm gonna be
see.
wearing a chunky helmet or a pair of gauntlets or something, like you see, my claws of Ahamkara are arc. Why? Because they're the weapons that I
Yeah.
use the most. You know, I love me some swords, bows, machine guns, small arms, medium arms. So you know, you could buff your cheeks. Like if you like, what do you like? What do you really like using? And then after this lesson, we'll go to the moon and moon out. But what do you really like using?
What do I
Like when
really
you're not doing a bounty.
like in terms
Yeah,
of
like when you're not
weapons?
doing a bounty, what do you roll with on average? Like what's your mainstay? Like you know me, I love me some bows, love me some swords.
Yeah, I usually have. Let's see. I usually have either a sidearm
You
and
sidearms a lot.
no, that's not true. I usually have no. I use a shotgun and then usually an auto rifle these
Shotguns and
days
auto rifles.
or an SMG. So what I use if I'm just doing whatever I want is usually the perfect paradox and the risk runner,
Perfect.
which is an SMG.
Shotguns and SMGs and crabs.
And then for my heavy, it's usually whatever I need it to be. It's either rocket launcher, machine gun, and these days even a sword
Okay,
sometimes.
so you definitely want to have a piece of solar armor on you then, because solar armor alone has auto rifle buffs. There's auto rifle buffs, fusion rifle buffs, rocket launcher buffs, submachine gun buffs, all over, all over the solar mods, all over. Like enhanced and
Mhm.
flinching submachine gun aim. These are all solar mods. So you might want to get yourself or change an element, you know, on one of your beloved pieces to solar, and you'll find that you'll be carrying more ammo in your submachine guns and reloading faster or being more accurate or whatever you want to do. Because that's where all the mods for that be.
Hmm.
See?
Interesting. I'll
Yeah,
check that
so
out.
I mean, you don't even have to mess around with what you've currently got. Like I said, you know, if you ever get another helmet as a drop or another 7th Seraph helmet as a drop, I hope you don't junk it. I would keep it because, you know, having pieces of armor of multiple elements is how you do the grizzle, boo. Like when I needed to run around with shotguns like a
Yeah.
lunatic, I equipped a lot of my arc
Mhm.
armor because arc has a lot of mods for shotguns, like carry more ammo for shotguns, find more ammo when you have a shotgun equipped. You know, like all of those are on arc, are on a lot of arc pieces. So when I was fell wintering out, I had those mods up. Stick with me, nose. Stick with me, nose. And Hammer of the Warmind is a pretty nice mod to put on, especially if you're like me. Like check this out. Hadouken! You know, because Hammer of the Warmind makes Warmind cells appear when you kill an enemy with your melee ability. Arc, solar, or void melee abilities spawn Warmind cells. So if you're a Dawnblade hurling fireballs, you know, that means I'm just making Warmind cells for hurling fireballs. And don't forget, using these Rasputin weapons, these poop weapons, using these is what makes Warmind cell mods, is what makes Warmind cells drop. Do not forget, boo, you have to have at least one Warmind cell mod equipped on you, like Global Reach or anything, to make Warmind cells appear, period. Rasputin guns make them appear, and so do the mods you have equipped. Nothing else.
Again.
So if you're wondering why you haven't seen a Warmind cell, you're probably not using at least one Rasputin weapon. And I'm surprised.
Yes,
I'm surprised that you don't use the auto rifle more. I actually really like the auto rifle. I use it in Crucible a lot. The 7th Seraph.
I like the auto rifle.
I actually really like that gun.
Yeah. I use it periodically. Okay, so can we go to either IO
I was just,
or...
I thought you would just not leave a public event on the table while we're still... I don't know about you, but... I'm still working on the fusion rifle. Part of today's bounty.
Oh, okay.
I keep telling you, dear. Team find reasons. There's enemies to be shot and bounties to bounty. I ran out of enhancement cores earlier today. It was
Me
a very
too.
sad moment for me and my upgrades. Banshee just looked at me like, well,
Better go out there and talk
yeah,
to the spider.
exactly. He was like, no, you can go to the spider, or you can. And when I hope one of them bounties you got is kill things with a super. You out here eating stuff, even cores on people. I need an ascendant shard. We gotta start doing those level 1000 nightfall ordeals. We gotta start crabbing them. See what we can do. Come up with our stratagems.
I mean, it's so crazy. They're so hard to come by. I have like one or two,
Shards?
something like that. Ascendant. Oh, not shards. Yeah, ascendant. Yeah, ascendant shards.
Yeah, well, because they only ever drop from like level 1000 and up in Nightfall the Ordeal. They also can drop from really hard pinnacle activities like Shattered Throne or Shed of Heresy. You get them from the season pass, or you can go to Banshee and give him 10 enhancement prisms for one. Yeah,
Oh
right?
my god, that's
That is if
insane.
you're not already using those enhancement prisms to get to level 8 and 9 on your armor.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would use them for.
Because I mean, level 10 is, oh, you need a shard. That is why I purposely stockpiled all the shards I got from this season's pass and used it to just like go nuts on all my hunter's armor. Which, you know, admittedly does feel kind of bittersweet. You know, not that, because I know, I mean, the armor's not going to be obsolete next season, but clearly
That's another
I'm
win
going to be
against
wearing
the Taken.
the new digs.
Top-notch operation, as I've learned to expect from you.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm at a quandary. Like I'm just sticking masterwork stuff in my vault. Like I feel like I should just probably delete it. I mean, I've deleted a masterwork before.
Why?
You get like 2 prisms, like 7 cores. You get a good deal of things from deleting a masterwork because I'm probably not going to use it. I mean, like I'm looking at my, what was that armor? Oh, my Season of the Dawn armor actually. All right, let's get out of here. I was looking at my Season of the Dawn armor.
Okay.
And I had like 3 pieces of it masterworked, and I'm sitting here looking at it like, well, I mean, I could delete it, but it's the Season of Dawn armor, and it's random, and I can't get it back. Okay, just leave it. Leave these extra cores on the table. I mean, I really am just sitting on a bunch of cores. Because I don't think I'm going to wear that stuff ever again, to be honest, to be frank. Especially because I can turn the Rasputin
Yeah.
gear into, you know, like the ornaments kind of make it moot. Because you can make it look like that stuff anyway.
Yeah, true.
Like, do you see what my chest armor is, dear?
Yeah, you're wearing the same thing I'm wearing.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you mean what you're actually
Yeah.
wearing?
See, that's
oh,
the thing,
hold
like,
on.
my chest armor is actually the Iron Remembrance vestments made up to look like the substitutional
Oh.
alloy armor from Season of the Undying. All right, we're just going all over the place, but yeah. You know, so it's not like it's going to be obsolete, but still something to, you know, still something to think about. Okay, so I have Fire Team Medic on the gloves. I do not want modular lightning. That's another thing, boo. I am not a fan of what's it called at all. I'm not a fan of the
Of what?
thingy. I am not a fan of the Arc mods for the Warmind. I'm not a fan of Arc Warmind mods at all. No, it's not my jam, dear. Because, alright, so Void ones and Solar ones, right? They're all about impact. You have to shoot them, you have to throw them at people, you gotta detonate them, right? Every single Arc mod for these Warmind cells involves you absorbing, walking into, picking up, detonating by touching. That is the antithesis of picking up and throwing. or getting close to them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because arc mods let you like absorb a Warmind cell for shield energy, or absorb a Warmind cell for melee energy, or absorb a Warmind cell to get a war shield. But it's like, I don't want to absorb them, I want to use them as weapons. So, inherently, Boo, if you were looking to be a Warmind cell beast, you'd probably just be using Solar and Void. Because otherwise you're just going to be absorbing them.
Okay.
Because otherwise all of the Arc Warmind cell mods look like they're just, you know, absorb them for buffs. Which is,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. But I have a video of me killing Nokris with a Warmind cell. You would
That's
deprive
funny.
yourself of moments like those. It's like, why would you want to deprive yourself of being able to stick a Warmind cell on a boss's noggin and detonate it for great justice? Okay, so I have noticed, or I have not noticed, or I have noticed and not noticing. We've got some more towers here on the moon. Got a tower right over here.
Mm.
Hey, Krabby, where are you?
Oh yeah, check it out. There's a tower right there. Oh, geez.
Yeah, you can actually see the base for them. And even though the sun is right there, I mean, I guess we are not at the optimal, you know, viewing distance for the madness. I don't even know where I would look, to be frank. You know, I'm not sure what side of the Earth we're on. We're like on the moon relative to the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
Right.
whatever direction the Almighty's coming from, I'm not sure we'll be able to see it from the moon, at least right now.
Mm,
kinda
yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
that
not right now. And when I was in the tower, it was nighttime, so you actually couldn't see it
Yeah,
at all.
no.
You can only see it when it's
Mhm,
daytime. Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot more towers on the moon. And I gotta agree with Paul Tassi. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. I mean, they're not working with like Unreal Engine, so they can't literally do these things in real time. But I gotta say, there's something just wonderful about waiting every Tuesday for something crazy to happen. And this week, I think we got a substantial update. I feel good. I feel good about it.
Yeah. This week they changed
I
things.
feel quite crab as a result. Okay, so I'm going to try something new. Oh Lord, wish me luck, Boo.
Okay.
So
What are you gonna do?
well, what I'm doing today is unlike what I normally do in my repartee. I am going to be a Radiance Warlock.
Ooh, that's
Yep,
exciting.
we're gonna get our Radiance on. So I'm wearing the Phoenix Protocol. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna see how that buff life treats me. We're gonna see how the buff life treats me, Boo. How do you think it's gonna treat me?
Okay. Probably
Think
will.
the buffs will be kind? I appreciate
Yeah.
your optimism. It gives me life. Your optimism gives me life. Sorry, just equipping something here because I noticed I had 111 recovery.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's way
Yeah.
too much. You can probably
See?
use that 11 for
And that's the
something else.
thing, dear. When you level up your armor, the stats on your armor increase too. So, if you found it hard to get up to a certain level, you know, like I think my gauntlets are level 8. No, they're level 7. But yeah, this build is a little bit crabby because I have way too much resilience on, so I can swap it out for something else. And then, here's the cool part. And then, maybe equip a better mod. Like, I don't know, Boo. How do you feel about?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Tyrant Surge?
Tyrant Surge? I don't know what that is.
Tyrant Surge is like Hammer of the Warmind, except a bit nicer. Tyrant Surge just makes it so that when you kill enemies with abilities, you get Warmind cells. Maybe I
Okay.
should just use Hammer.
Are you...
Yeah, maybe I'll just use Hammer. Am I what?
Can we go talk to Rasputin?
I mean, Sure. Sorry for boring you.
No, you aren't boring me. I'm very anxious to see where
Alright,
this
let's do
goes.
it. I was just... Again, my mods are important to me. Alright. I played this like an RPG and an FPS. So my equipments are quite considered.
I feel you.
Tell you, it's all deliberate. There's a reason I've got the
That's
Monte Carlo
something
right
new.
now. Melee abilities. Ouch. Oof. I made it.
Uh-oh. Ah! I don't know if they fixed something, but I find it harder to splat now. Have you noticed that?
Yes. I mean, I had to really embellish it to go down the hill the way I used to. Like, what I used to do is I used to just take a sword and, like, jump really high and then fall down the slide. And the momentum can usually carry me into a wall pretty consistently. Let me see if I can do that now, actually. Because it's all a momentum game. This game got some physics in it. Bungie knew what they were doing. Ah. Yeah, see? It's actually, well...
Yeah, I feel like they changed
I
something.
don't know, I can do it pretty consistently with my Titan. But, I feel you. I think it's because Warlocks just float. They floof the floof!
Okay.
Floof is actually code that means come in second place in perpetuity. The first ones who lost. That's what we call y'all. If only I had shoulders right now. They would be so intense. Alright, are you ready? Let's do the thing.
Yes. So, Rasputin plays Lunar Trip. Guardian search algorithm complete. Facsimile authentication verified. Inheritance subject evaluation. It's the thing that you're supposed to talk to Rasputin.
Oh. Okay, I'm not seeing any of that, sorry.
Oh. Whitelisted. Suspend intrusion detection operations. Commence armament transfer. Oh wait. No, you already saw this, right? I'm not spoiling it for you.
With my Warlock I have. That's probably why I'm not seeing the same things you are, but I should at least see the meteor parts. It's okay, there's meat. There's meat on these bones. I'll look at the Dorito map while you're doing that.
Okay. Alright, so now what is it? Quest. Investigate one of Rasputin's closest held secrets. What? Where? Ooh, in there. Can we go in here?
Woman.
It says activity unavailable. What the heck?
Maybe we need to do the bunker buster first. Did we bust this bunker?
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's not like you don't have bounties from Banshee to do. Oh no. More opportunities to complete bounties and get experience. Woe is us. We have to do things. You know what? You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me with this.
I want that
this
sweet
refusal
lore.
to game. God.
Give me the
Destiny was
lore.
a Telltale game, and you didn't have to shoot anything. You would play it like a Telltale game.
That's not true. I like shooting things.
You'd be like, I don't have to shoot things? Well, I guess I won't. Here.
It's kind of cathartic to shoot things, you know? Very satisfying. There's one thing I will say. Bungie built a very satisfying shooting game.
Oh, shoot. Forgot about the Unstoppable Ogre.
Oh, this is the one with the Unstoppable Ogre.
I mean, it might be. I forgot it was here.
Yes. Oh, crap.
I forgot the Okay, I've got my gun equipped for the Unstoppable Crab people.
Guardian down.
Bodied. Get out of my house, fool! Now! Boof! Alright, I got you.
Thank you.
I always forget that when there's Hive, there's always going to be like a dick. Alright, well I finished fusion rifles. I think that's all of my Banshee bounties. See, and you know what the best part about doing your Banshee bounties is, dear?
What's
When
the
you're
best part?
done, you can use whatever you want.
Indeed, that's true.
Yeah, so just get them out of the way early, please. Wait, is this a 7th Seraph shotgun? Yes, it is. I hate you. Who put lightning bolts in the hallway? Whose idea was this? God, Rasputin be trolling.
Do I have anything that's
I still
our...
have to use the sword.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't want to use it. I don't feel like it. I don't like it. Oh. Wait. I'm moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Stress on me. No. So, how has the scuttlebutt been? Did you look up and see the Almighty in the sky?
I did not personally see it, but there are several very sleuthy people that did see them and took very nice photos.
I wish I had been one of those people.
I think you were.
Senpai didn't notice me.
Guardian down.
Well, I don't know. You may be too cool for him.
Yeah! Radiance! Eat my heir apparent, you filthy beast. Filthy beast. Take these buffs to your chin. Mm-hmm. To the chin. You shrieking beast. Standing in my... Are you just deliberately not standing in my well? Okay.
Oh, I didn't...
Down.
Oh, whoops. I thought it was over.
I put it on top of your body before I revived you. There's a timer on the left-hand corner of the screen that tells you how long the well... You know what? I cannot. 5 years.
Guardian
5
down.
years in.
Ah.
Nope. Nope. You don't know how radiance works? This is not... Nope. Nope. My feelings are hurt.
I'm sorry. Did not mean to
You
hurt
left
your
me in the
feelings.
heavy frame out to... You just left us out to dry.
Guardian down.
Oh.
Shotgun
an
inside a
elite heavy
streaker.
frame.
Oh, look, it's a war mine cell! War mine cell!
You're like squirrel.
Sorry, the presence of a war mine cell always brings me great joy. No, I didn't destroy it in time. Okay, so maybe I need to equip the mod that makes my war mine cells last longer. That's not acceptable at all. What is he? Oh, piercing, barrier.
Barrier.
What do I got this barrier on me? Oh, this Gambit submachine gun. Shotguns to the face. Nope. Boop. That's how you do it.
Yeah, very nice.
Brrr. Roar. 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 None shall pass. None shall pass. None shall pass. I said none shall pass you. Stop running. Why are you running? Why are you running? Hey. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're totally gonna leave the bunker and come back and it's gonna be ready for you. Yep, it's gonna happen. No, leave.
But it says activity unavailable.
Woman, just
Why?
get fully out of the bunker so the door can close. Can you treat this like a
Okay.
video game, you nut?
Alright.
Alright, now, come over here. What does it say now? If it still says activity unavailable, we'll go to orbit. Activity unavailable? Okay,
It says
so we're gonna
activity
go to orbit.
unavailable. Yeah.
So, I noticed. Okay. Oh yeah. Remember the night I finished it and you were here, and I was like, "Oh, I'm about to go into this bunker." Activity unavailable. And then I said, "Wait a minute." But I did the public event. I was like, I cleared the bunker today. So I'm like, wait, do I have to clear it tomorrow? Remember when I got all mad? Yeah. After you left, I went back to the moon and the door was open, and I could open the door.
Oh.
So probably just needed to like leave the instance and then come back. That's my running theorem. That's my running theorem on the matter. But yeah, because wait. No, there's no way. There's no. You know what?
Wait, do I have to do it alone?
I don't think you do, but I'm gonna make you fire team leader. My first theory is that maybe you just need to be the leader so you can pick it. We'll try that first. If that doesn't work, I may have to leave you for a second. Yeah. Because I don't know. I did it alone. Joker's footage. He's alone. I don't know if you have to be alone, but we're gonna find out.
All right, we'll find out. We will find out.
Let me see. I'm gonna look at your armors. Let's see. Got a arc helmet. Nothing in the mod slot. Nothing in the mod slot. Well, you can take off that shotgun mod now that you're not, Fellwinter's lying everything.
Oh yeah. I can. That is true.
Your chest armors. Surge detonators. Yeah, she got the surge detonators. Nothing in the mod slot, boo. On the chest armors. I do like traction a lot for recovery. I too like traction. I think you'd have like a shotgun or a machine gun mod on you though, rather than a mobility one. I mean, you're a warlock. I mean, you float, man.
I guess
I mean, it sounds nice on paper, but you'd have to ask yourself how much you run. Like, how often do you sprint on the ground? I do that a lot when I'm on my hunter. I like running around beating things with my sword, so my turn radius really matters. So I usually have traction on my hunter. But your mobility is 26, so it's not like you're going crazy on mobility. You can take that off. Yeah, see, and even though you have recovery on all your pieces. Yeah. There's some trimming. There's some trimming we can do there. We won't build you and make you stronger, boo. Faster. We have the technology. We have the war mind technology.
The war mind technology.
There she is.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. Oh, you're on your broom.
Always. My characters have 3 distinct personalities. And it's all down to the thing they ride, the weapons they use, the stuff they wear, and the title they have. I'm actually pretty happy with the title situation. That's actually the way I envisioned it. Yeah, like my warlock is a savior, my hunter's a dredgen, and my titan's my titan's almighty. I feel like that is more apropos than I care to admit. I don't need any more titles now. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I'm happy with the 3.
You're all good.
Those are like the 3. Those are the only 3 titles I've earned in Destiny. Like I actually put my ankles into earning those titles. I said, oh man, because I think what was it? The first title I got was Dredgen, and that was because you practically have to you're practically on the cusp of Dredgen just from getting the malfeasance. Like you're literally on the cusp of being because you have to complete so many things. And you already get the malfeasance in the first place. That you're pretty much there. Like one of the Season of the Drifter triumphs is to get the malfeasance. So it's like you can't even be a dredgen without having the malfeasance. All right. So how's it look?
Approach. Open Seraph bunker. Okay.
There you go. There we go. Imagine it booted me to orbit.
Right? That'd be crazy.
Hilarious. Working as intended.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
That is such an egregious misuse. That is such an egregious misuse of shooting stars. Like, realistically, the meme should be yeeting Deej into orbit. And then following him as he, like, floats through the galaxy, passes by the Almighty. You know? Flies past the Seraph Tower, floats past Mercury, into the sun. The Tyrant. Brace yourself.
What?
You're about to
Oh my god. What's
you're
happening?
about to have your spirit broken. That's what.
Oh my god, who's this?
He's telling a story. In a time of great prosperity, a tyrant king sent his son to live among the people and learn their ways. He did so for many years, until a great calamity befell the kingdom. In the aftermath, the tyrant's son was changed.
Wow, okay. Wow, I'm assuming this is Fellwinter right
Yeah,
here?
you got a ghost.
And he's got a ghost.
Okay, let's go further into this crab. In a time of great prosperity.
Tyrant's son.
The tyrant sent his son to live among the people. To learn their ways. And the tyrant's son came back changed.
And...
Oh.
Ooh.
The tyrant's son turned away from his father and became a warrior. The tyrant chased his son across fields and mountains and oceans. He said, "If I can't have my son, then no one shall."
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait.
Turn around.
So, this is
That's Fellwinter. What? That's
But he's fighting a frame.
yes, he is.
Okay.
In the end, the tyrant used his son's love of the people against him. He promised him a miraculous technology that could rebuild the kingdom. When his son came to claim it, he unleashed a plague upon him. His son was destroyed. And the tyrant looked upon his tyranny and wept.
Woo. I think we just recontextualized Rise of Iron.
So he did he just admit to sending Siva against Fellwinter?
Yep. I think he did. Remember when Anna said that that Siva, they did discover Siva in the chamber, but Rasputin had already given it instructions long before they discovered it, that he was using it as bait.
Yeah.
And I think we just learned that the tyrant used his son's
used it
love of
against-
the people against him, promised him a material that could help him rebuild. And when he went down to claim it, he unleashed a plague upon him. Basically,
Oh my
dear,
God.
Rasputin killed the Iron Lords. All of them. Including Fellwinter. Because this was the event that undid the Iron Lords during the warlord portion of, our risen. Rasputin pretty much just admitted to decimating the Iron Lords because he was salty about his son going out and mingling with the people.
The interesting part is Fellwinter, Rasputin's son.
Well, I think what? Really? That's the first what? The most obvious clue?
No, I mean, that's just.
The
I know,
tyrant
but
used
that's-
his
that's news. I didn't know
son's
that.
love of his son. His son. The
I
tyrant's
know,
son.
But that's.
Son.
I know, but that's crazy. I would have never guessed that Fellwinter was Rasputin's son. That's legit.
Well, not only okay. See, that first hologram actually has a lot of meaning to it, dear, because remember what he said. He sent his son out to live among the people and to learn their ways, right? But then something happened, and his son came back changed. And his son instead went out on his own without Rasputin's consent. So, what I feel like the greater implication is here, Boo, is that Fellwinter was, for all intents and purposes, a very sophisticated frame, a very sophisticated exoframe that was being controlled by Rasputin. And at some point, while this frame was out here canoodling and, gathering data on humanity and the way people live and talk and breathe and eat, while Rasputin was gathering data on humanity, this exo came into contact with a ghost that turned him into a light bearer and thus gave him free will from Rasputin. Which is why that second hologram where he says he chased his son across hills and valleys, across countries, sending all of his weapons at him. Remember, Anna said he dropped a war sat on him?
Yeah.
Rasputin was trying to keep Fellwinter.
And he couldn't have his...
If I can't have my son, no one can. Rasputin was trying... When he found out Fellwinter had free will, he pretty much went on a single-minded mission to eliminate him. And because Fellwinter was a light bearer, it wasn't as easy as you would think.
Right, because he could just be resurrected.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
this is nuts.
I mean, like, I feel... Oh, dear. There was a giant door that opened back here.
What?
Giant serif door that opened behind this hologram. You might want to traipse.
Oh.
Yeah, dear. So Fellwinter is the son of the Putin. And not only that, but Rasputin is responsible for not only his death, but also the deaths of all the Iron Lords. Nobody tells Saladin.
The Iron Lords.
Nobody tells Saladin.
This is crazy.
Nobody.
Yeah, Saladin's gonna be very.
I mean, I
salty.
feel like this is an earth-shattering revelation. This is a lore-shattering revelation. This actually contextualizes Osiris's little rant. Remember when he said he's like,
you know what I saw.
He's like, the people look at you and they see like a god or whatever. He's like, I see a betrayer. He's like, I see a traitor, a murderer, a tyrant. Yeah. See, this is why you shouldn't be coy. Why couldn't he have just said, I know what you did to the Iron Lords?
Is
That would have been so much
Rasputin-
easier.
Is he talking about himself? I think the tyrant's son.
Oh, Anna. Sweet summer child.
Oh,
Oh, she got cut off.
Yeah.
She got BTFO'd. Rasputin just DDoSed her. Either that or we are in a really old part of the... What the fuck is this? Well, this bunker is deep, dear. Good lord.
Yeah, this is serious. Oh my god, what is back here?
Oh, let's see. Oh, a door.
Oh, it's just,
Hit the
just
door.
a wall.
Hit the...
Okay.
Open
yeah.
it! Alright. I mean, it was worth a try.
Yes.
It's always worth a try.
Whoa.
Ah, the thumbnail.
What?
The accuracy of the thumbnail.
Oh my god. This is bananas.
Oh, it can get more bananas. Go on. More cheeks. Have you ever done battle with an exo? Put the body in a sarcophagus.
Oh my god, what is this?
Looks like a deep. Looks like looks like a deep crypt of
Oh
of a
my
conspicuously
goodness.
stone variety.
Oh my god, this makes so much sense right now. Wait, I don't want to do that yet. I want to see this. Like, what? Look at this.
Oh yeah, you're about to learn something amazing. Oh, use the comm station, boo. Pull an Anna Bray and, you know, activate the war mind. Wait, do I still have that emote?
Guardian, can you read me?
I still have that? Where is that?
There you are. Comms cut out completely. You're in a really old
The
part of the
frame rate
bunker.
dropped.
The signal's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
This place is like a time capsule. Where
Scan the
are we?
Seraph casing. Okay, okay, okay. Wow.
This looks like the casing of an old safety AI, but marked with Rasputin symbol.
Mm-hmm.
These transcripts suggest his original code was for a sort of emergency response system from pre-Golden Age space stations. Checking oxygen levels, fuel, that kind of thing. Clovis Bray took a safety AI and turned it into an interplanetary defense system with sentience. And Rasputin kept all this, almost like a scrapbook of his past, a way to remember his roots.
Remember?
And he showed it to us. When did he learn to be so
Dear,
sentimental?
remember that?
Wish Zavala could
Remember
see
that
this.
that story in that in that series where he was like it was like a pool cleaner, and it became this like godlike being. And
Yeah,
that's kind of like this, like with Rasputin, dear. Did you hear dear? Rasputin is basically
I heard it,
he's
yes.
basically a space Amber Alert. Clovis Bray took what was basically an Amber Alert and turned it into a galaxy-spanning interplanetary defense system with sentience. Which means that Rasputin's original form is this little code that alerts, you know, oxygen levels, ammo's low, blah 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 blah, blah, and made it span the entire galaxy.
That's so cool.
Yeah. That little satellite was
so
Rasputin's
cool.
original form. Suddenly, Rasputin is incredibly impressive, dear, and unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, bruh, you're kind of a tyrant.
Kind of sad. And you know what?
Did you notice that the little monitors on this thing light up as you walk past it? Like the monitors are looking at you?
Yes.
Why did I not notice this until just now? Do you see this? The little screens. Look at this. Rasputin's
they
looking
follow
at me.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of my head, Rasputin.
So
Sorry. What?
here's a really interesting tidbit. Like,
Ooh, nice. Oh wait. All of that, and
wow, this is
you got the
pretty
perfect
crazy.
paradox out. Where's your lie?
I haven't changed it.
Put some respect.
Okay,
some
let me
respect
change
on
it before I
Rasputin's
finish
name.
my sentence. Oh, it's secondary. Cool.
And it's masterworked. It is
And
a
it is
beast in
masterwork.
PvP.
Quite
It is
nice.
such a cool shot. And I will admit, the ornament for it does look very cool. It's actually, I think I bought it. I bought it. I had to. It just looks really cool. Kind of like how Saint 14's got all his little purple ribbons. The ornament for Fellwinter's Lie has all of these little currencies and little medals like stuck to it. It gives it this really lived-in look that I found it quite appealing. If you want to see what it looks like, I'll equip it. I just gotta steal it
Okay,
from my
sure.
Titan. But that's a good one. Are you gonna say something?
Yes.
Well, say it. What are you doing?
So remember when you read all about what is it, Cold Stone Crypt?
The Deep Stone Crypt.
Deep Stone Crypt. So remember how Cade said something like, "Oh, all Exos dream have the same dream. Like we all wake up and to get to the tower, we kill everyone that we know." That makes so much sense now. Because if an Exo, or like, I don't know, like if Exos were controlled by Rasputin, then that means that he was like overriding what they did, and they probably were killing stuff for people that they knew. I don't know. It's just a weird thought I'm having about it right now.
It is completely natural to now assume nothing but malevolence from this once precariously allied and mysterious AI. I feel like
Yes.
this should have massive, far-reaching implications. I feel like Zavala should be like, about that alliance. I feel like Anna should be like,
Wait,
holy
so-
shit, what? I feel like Saladin is somewhere. Like, nobody's told Saladin yet. I don't think anybody should tell Saladin, to be frank. I mean, I'm not sure I want to be the person to tell Saladin that the very act that ripped everyone he knew and loved from him, left him stranded, alone, regretful, remorseful, that basically wiped out all of his people, was Rasputin, just because he was trying to body Fellwinter. I mean, it does say that he looked upon his tyranny and wept. So, sure. I'm glad that you felt bad afterwards, bro, but you turned your son into a Siva golem. I had to kill him. I had to
Yeah.
re-kill him. Like, you trapped him in a vault with nanites and killed him and turned him into a golem.
I mean, think about, damn, that's
Like,
cold blooded.
damn, dude. I remember Fellwinter was one of the Iron Lords that you fought, and you saw how messed up that looked.
Yeah.
I gotta get up. I'm gonna send you a picture in my phone. I remember seeing like some artwork of the golem Fellwinter, and I was like, oh god. It didn't look that way. I mean, I think we should totally, when we do our Destiny retrospective, we totally gotta do Rise of Iron.
Oh my god, this lore. It's a conversation between Felwinter and his ghost.
Oh, read it.
Okay. I just like the name. It doesn't mean anything. Lord Felwinter to Lord Timur. You can't tell anyone. Do you know how powerful a warmind is? I know you do. You've been running from one for centuries. Not just powerful either. Intelligent, storing every secret of the Golden Age from the Traveler's arrival right up until the collapse. Imagine if people realized you had all that buried somewhere in your head. Just imagine. So we can't. We can't tell anyone. You're something totally new. Part guardian, part warmind. There's no one else like you. I think that's why the Traveler sent me to you. But other people won't understand it. And Rasputin will never, ever stop coming after you. After us. Ever. So, it's just us, Felwinter. Just you and me. This is their lie, and ours alone.
And that, my dear, is Felwinter's lie.
It's Felwinter's.
It's a lie of omission.
Yeah, he just didn't tell anybody who he really was.
Which was, which was one of Rasputin's exo frames imbued with the light. And obviously something that the Traveler did deliberately. Because why else would something kooky like this have happened? You know what I mean? Like, how else would something like that, like, that's just not something that happens. Exos are made by humans. Exos are made by Clovis Bray, and by extension, I guess Rasputin figured out how to build exos himself. But something wanted to try infusing an exo with the light, and especially an exo that was in that had the full breadth of knowledge and access to the Warmind into a light bearer. Because Felwinter had access to all that stuff, if you remember. Like, places that Rasputin could go, he could find himself in, the weird machine language that Rasputin speaks. Felwinter realized that he could understand it. He didn't know how or why, but he understood it. Yeah, he was basically the Warmind secrets personified, taking human shape.
That's insane.
Oh yeah, start killing stuff with it. You start unlocking lore books for this lore book called The Liar. It's deep. It's deep. Like I now know what Siddhartha Golem means. Oh my god. Yeah, it's very, very compelling. Oh, if you want to look at me, you can see my lies. My lies.
Your lies? No, that's not what I meant to do. Where are you? Here we go.
This is with the ornament on.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's quite nice.
Looks really cool and lived in. I just like the way it looks, like all the little medals that kind of speak of the age before the I guess the age of the Guardians. Yeah, it just makes Felwinter's. I mean, the gun already looks cool on its own, but I do like this ornament, so I cacked it. Whatever, $5. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I bought the ornament for the heir apparent also. So I just like the way it looked, dear. It looked nice.
It's quite pretty.
What, the ornament for the heir apparent? Oh, you saw it?
No, for Felwinter's lie.
The one for the heir apparent.
Oh, for heir apparent.
That's why my heir apparent is white instead of that weird dull black. Like, it's cool, and it's got a red legion symbol on the back of it. Oh, like, that's cool.
Very cool.
I mean, if it's nice content, I don't mind. This season's been largely a bust, but I will be damned if I don't ornament my Fellwinter's Lie. But it's about to get real up. It's about to get real unbalanced up in here. So, how do you feel now that you have finally acquired the elusive shotgun Fellwinter's Lie? And would you like to run out into the world and do like a Seraph event or like test this baby out in some way?
Yes, let's go do that.
You wanna go,
For sure now.
you wanna go to IO?
Let's go do
The
a
relative
event.
ones are on IO this week, I think.
Yes.
So if you want, we could just travel to IO, pick up some bounties.
Oh, okay, let's go to
Get
IO
you
then.
some bits and bytes and beats. I saw on the Destiny on the Raid Secrets Reddit, someone proposed like an impromptu, unofficial community event where they just cluster around the moon and help people get their titles. I thought that was nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Well, you saw my clip. The moon is actually where I got mine, and you know what's so funny? I never really thought about it before, but that's actually the best place to do it. The moon is the most concentrated and centralized Seraph Tower location. EDZ and IO are so spread apart that it's just, you have to babysit heavily. So when I was on the moon, that's what I did. I went to the moon and I basically kept everything off of every plate that I possibly could. And before I knew it, we were at 90%, and I was like, wait, I haven't seen the enemy interference message yet. All right, let me not jinx it. Let me keep killing things. And then lo and behold, dear, I did it. It's almighty. How close are you to getting the almighty title, boo?
I don't know. Let's see.
You know, I'm definitely not getting this flawless or the conqueror titles because Grandmaster Nightfalls. No, not happening. But yeah.
Oh. Okay. So I just need. I'm 4 out of 7. So I need 2 more.
3 more.
No, 3 more. Sorry.
I'm gonna assume it's full stack Warmind security. Yeah, you probably need full stack Warmind security. Hard coded victory.
Hard.
And one of the lost sector ones. Because I know we got object oriented together, and we did algorithm efficiency. You probably just need some lost sectors, and to do the public event without failing a cycle. And then fully upgrade all bunkers, which probably isn't happening. I will be happy if we get you to level 100 though by the end of the season. That will.
Yes, I
that
would be
will
happy
make me
with that
quite
too.
happy. Yeah. Fully upgraded bunkers, maybe not. Maybe we can get you the cool mods from the bunkers, but I don't know about full-on upgrades, bro. Oh god. So how's it feel?
This is a very nice shotgun. It doesn't even feel like a shotgun.
It
Crazy.
just feels like you're carrying a Nerf. Well, it's got... The thing is, it's got full choke and shot package, which, again, I don't understand these things completely, but from what I've learned, it basically takes a lot of the RNG out of using a shotgun. For some inexplicable reason, even though Destiny is a great feeling shooting game, it has bloom in it for some baffling reason. Bloom, my boo, is essentially when it's a mechanic for first-person shooters that basically dictates the more you fire a weapon, RNG will dictate how inaccurate it becomes on each subsequent shot. Which is why when you're using a pistol, say when you hip fire it, you see how the reticle is like a circle, and how the circle increases the more you consecutively fire the gun. That's its accuracy going down. That's bloom. Bloom is contentious, to say the least. Destiny is a PvE/PvP game, so it's not that egregious. But Bloom does kind of get in the way of competitive play because it's annoying. It's RNG inaccuracy. It's not real inaccuracy. It's not like the kind of inaccuracy that would come with a gun. it's randomly
Yeah.
generated inaccuracy, which is actually more annoying.
That's kind of bullshit.
So, and it's
Yeah.
more bullshit when you consider things like sniper rifles or even shotguns. It's like, come on. So, competitively, Felwinter's Lie does not have that problem because of shot package
Ew.
and full choke, which
Enemy has
in so
overwhelmed the
many
support
words, without
tower.
having to explain the individual mods, it basically means that when you fire Felwinter's Lie, it consistently behaves the way it should. Because its mods
Right.
are working in tandem to not only make it accurate, but also concentrate the spread of your bullets without needing RNG to do it.
Ooh.
So you've got just a crazy powerful PvP shotgun that I will say again. I went to Crucible on Tuesday and got killed by it 7 times
They're cutting off your
before I
arc
got a
supply.
kill myself. I was quite annoyed. 7 times. I was like, pow! I looked at the left side of the screen. Felwinter's Lie. All right. Then somebody was like standing across the street. Pow! Felwinter's Lie.
Across
Okay.
the street.
You know, all right. You know, what is it? You know the Earth level. Yeah, the Earth level. The one with Zone B in the little cage. You know, the mountain. It's the place with the
Yeah.
mountain in the background where we went to do the quest where we scanned the frames.
Support
Yeah.
tower locked down.
We got the Devil's Ruin.
Not enough
So,
clearance.
that level.
Yeah.
You know when you're going to Zone C, there's like that
Support
little
tower
room,
overwhelmed.
and then there's Zone C is just sitting right there. You can jump up there. You can go through the little room on the side from Zone A. Zone C. Zone C's got a little room in front of it.
Joining the party.
Okay.
Do you really get me? It's crucial that you understand this.
I do know what you're talking about.
From inside that little
Yeah.
room,
Not this
I was
time.
standing on Zone C.
Recalling the
He
towers.
killed me from
We'll
inside
get
the little room.
satellite launched on the next go, Guardians.
Wow.
It's like, pow! Felwinter's Lie.
That's
I was like, what the fuck? What is this gun?
wow.
No. Bungie made it this powerful on purpose. They're not gonna nerf it. I feel like the gun is inherently, in itself, like we're sunsetting Mindbender's ambition soon. Here's a Felwinter's Lie. That's what I feel like on a meta level. That's what the gesture means. Yeah, 'cause
Interesting.
this is a beast. This thing is a beast. Some people who have both are still like, Mindbenders is still the best shotgun in the game. And that's cool. And the Astral whatever? The Astral Fart? The Curse of Osiris?
The
I don't
astral
remember the name of
fart.
it. It's called the something. The Astral Cheek. I don't know. But the Curse of Osiris shotgun
The astral
is
cheek.
the other, like, highly sought after shotgun in the game. So, I mean, and, you know, that's also, I mean, since that came out this season, it's going to be at least until, what, season 12, or it's going to be at least until season 15 or 16 until that gets sunset. So nobody's worried about that, but Mindbenders is definitely going up the river. So is, what is that other shotgun that always gets in my craw? I don't know, actually. What other shotgun gets in my craw? Like,
Shotguns that get in your
yeah,
core.
there's always
You know what really winds my gears?
I don't. But could you tell me what grinds them? I don't know what winds your gears in particular. Oh my god! Yeah, see, if you're determined enough, you can take 2/3 of your life bar away by slamming into the door face first. Oh, that's pain. Rasputin.
Oh, the
I
thing.
feel like, you know what? And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think they should have let in with this. I don't think
should've.
this should have been the 2 weeks out. I think they should have let in with this. I think that 9 million Seraph Tower bullshit should have been established at the beginning of the season. That would have given a carrot for the community to chase. It would have given everyone a tangible reason to do Seraph Towers in the first place, because we would have thought we were building towards something. And it would have put this Rasputin thing at the forefront of considerations, considering that cutscene with Osiris. Because, dear, I don't know about you, but this is a season where we have been helping Rasputin set up his interplanetary defense system, getting all up in his bunkers, arming all his weapons, activating all his crabs. And, I mean, I feel like with the context that we have from this quest, can you imagine going through the entire season knowing what we know now?
It would have been.
It would have.
Very different.
It would have put like a weird shadow of doubt over everything we're doing. Like, okay, yeah, we're doing this, but what the fuck, Rasputin? Really? Oh, all you did was weep? After decimating the Iron Lords, the saviors of humanity?
Guardian down.
The warlords who tried to bring peace and prosperity to a divided and increasingly unmoored, you know, dwindling human populace? Because your son was out past curfew? Curfew.
Yeah.
If you won't come home in time for dinner, no one can feed you dinner. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Like,
That's insane. Like, I can't.
like I used to
believe
think
that.
my mom was extreme
That's
for like grounding
not-
me, you know. Rasputin straight up kill your ass and your friends by baiting you.
And your
by
friend.
baiting you. By baiting you with the safety of humanity. Like, bro, isn't that your mission too? There's something unquestionably horrible and cruel about that. Like, he was like, son, I got this Siva. You can do a lot of stuff with Siva. You can rebuild humanity with Siva. Siva's all malleable, and all you gotta do is go to this bunker and just pick it up. It's right there. It's ripe for the taking. Siva, man. Don't you want to help humanity? Don't you want to help your people? Don't you want to reach the heights of prosperity that we once did in the Golden Age? Yeah, man, we gotta get this Siva. And then here, the Iron Lords went to get the Siva, and Rasputin was like, psych! Enhance, replicate, consume. And Felwinter was like, what? Pops.
Guardian down.
No.
Oh no.
Like, I feel like to properly contextualize this, we have to watch the opening scene of Rise of Iron again, when you see all of the Iron Lords desperately fighting against and losing to this just tidal wave of red shit. Like, in no uncertain terms, they were
That is
decimated.
just so sad.
No one made it out alive, and Yolder barely got Saladin out before she all F forward and closed the bunker. Wow. To think that Rasputin
Wow,
was
that
actually
is just-
behind it. We thought, oh,
He was. You know what? I
more than
always.
they could chew. You know, the Siva was too powerful. Maybe they should have. Nope. No, the Siva was fine. It was who was controlling the Siva.
Yeah.
What were you saying? You always thought that.
I always thought it was really weird that the Siva did that because they're just nanites. You know, they're not self-aware.
Yeah, no, they had to have been given a directive or a direction.
Yeah.
You know,
Guardian down.
Well,
and we know what the direction was: replicate, consume. Just, I was
Yeah.
coming for you. Independent. All the single guardians. All the single guardians. Oh, they gave me robes. What kind of robes did these do? Let's see.
Ironically, I got a.
Whenever you get some good gear, definitely pay attention to the total number on the bottom. If you get something that's like 59, 60, you better switch that beast and get rid of your old armor post haste. Because I don't know if you've been wearing the same armor all season, but you could be gimping your cheeks by using low capacity armor.
No, I switch it out periodically. Most of my stuff is like. Like my helmet is like 66.
Anything in the
chest armor 65, 70. Ooh, wait a minute.
That's what I'm.
Wait,
that's what I'm.
Is your bond supposed to be really?
Your bond doesn't have stats on it.
Not.
The bond does not have stats on it unless you put a mod on it. Now, if you masterwork, if you masterwork your bond, it gets like a plus buff on everything. It gets like a base buff, but normally bonds don't have nothing on them until you equip something. But pay attention, because like anything else, dear, like the arc mods, like if you have an arc bond, you can equip something on your arc bond like powerful friends. That gives you plus 20 mobility. Like that's just a Dawn mod that gives you free mobility. Like I have that on my hunter, just so I can be really flexible when I'm doing my other armor pieces. Because with plus 20 mobility, that's at least 2 pieces of armor that I don't have to have a mobility mod on. So I can put other things on them instead. So always be wary of the bonds. I like arc bonds, to be honest. Yeah. I got strike and light, gain resistance when sprinting. Melee damage spawns 1 orb of light. When surrounded by multiple combatants, defeating a combatant with a fusion rifle, shotgun, sidearm, or submachine gun adds ammo to that weapon to your reserves. Yes. You heard right. Did you hear what I just said? Madness. When you're surrounded, defeating someone with a fusion rifle, shotgun, sidearm, or submachine gun adds ammo to your reserves.
Ooh, cool.
And those are all only available on Arc. I started really acknowledging the difference between the elements. Remember when like Forsaken started and I was like, these elements, this is stupid, I don't understand this. During Season of Dawn, I finally understood it. I finally understand like the difference between the elements and all this stuff. And now I can see it's like, yeah, this is why helmets and my armor come in 3 different, because the mods are very important. I underestimated how important the mods were, but they are quite important, dear. So that is to say, cheeks. That is to say, we made it. We made it through the bunker. We made it to the lie.
Through the bunker. We have. Oh wait, before I leave, I should talk to. You are.
I like these robes. They are very nice.
How fun.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I feel like Well of Radiance isn't exactly something that you just throw all over the place willy-nilly. So it's not exactly it's not exactly gratifying to the power fantasy, to be honest. What are you doing? It's still going. I feel.
What do you mean it's still going?
I feel like what's it called? Yeah, I don't know. The power fantasy is it's compromised a bit because I'm inherently a buffing. I'm inherently a pile of buffs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I'm not salty, but I will admit, I am feeling kind of wanting in my whole, you know. I'm just used to being a little bit more badass than this. I want to throw dawn blades at people.
Yeah.
Not that I don't mind waiting for the buffs, but. That's okay though. I will take one for the team.
Okay.
I really want to see what we can do with this and how helpful it would actually be to us, because I do know that I can charge up my grenades and throw them at you to give you health. And my rifts, well, my rifts do heal. The Well of Radiance, I'm wondering if I should, what do you think? If I'm using Well of Radiance, do you think my rift should be a healing rift or an empowering rift? Since Radiance kind of does the healing part for me. Like
if you're using Well of Radiance, then your rift should be an empowering
you think
rift.
so? Excuse me. What about when I'm by myself?
Yeah, good.
Just a question. I like to think about all the possibilities.
When you're by yourself, you may want the extra,
Visual.
healing and such.
Alright, so let me try that out for a bit then. Let's try out the empowering rift. Since you have the healing all down. Now we can do that. Strike an enemy with this to inflict burn damage and empower yourself, whatever that means. Healing or empowering allies regenerates your grenade, melee, and rift energy. Hold left bumper to convert your grenade into a blessing that heals ally targets and drops overshields. Whoa! Activate divine protection while gliding to hover in midair. Hey, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, no wonder they changed the Wings of Sacred Dawn. Well, yeah, you noticed that, right? The Wings of Sacred Dawn don't have the buff they did before. Now they just suspend you. They suspend you in midair. If you aim in midair, they just suspend you in midair now. Yeah.
When you shoot. Right. Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody was wearing it before.
No, nobody was
Because
really using it.
you could kind of make the Wings of Sacred Dawn just by using the other subclasses. Yeah. All right, crabs. How feel you?
All right. Pretty good. Feel like we man, I have this shotgun now. I feel like I need to learn all about Felwinder now.
Well, the best way to do it is to just keep cacking things with that. So, tell me. I know it is 12:35. Are you down to help me? Are you down to help me out with a quest? Oh, the Whisper is out. You know, we really ought to do that sometime. So you can get Whisper of the Worm. Whisper of the Worm is very much like 0 Hour, where you run through an inexplicably detailed, inexplicably nuanced, and labyrinthine dungeon of impossible depth in order to fight a boss and acquire a fabled weapon. I think you and I are going to do 0 Hour first, though. I feel like we should do 0 Hour. I would love to finish that before the season's over. It's definitely possible. I've gotten 2/3 of the way through by myself. So, I know with you by my side, we can 2-crab it. Then we'll really need that well.
Okay.
But, do you, would you mind doing the arms dealer with me?
The arms dealer? No.
Yeah, I have to do the hard version. Yeah, so I can get the Leviathan.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. No, should I make you fire team leader?
No. I have to switch characters. So, I'm gonna go switch to my shoulders, and I'll just meet you in orbit in a second.
Okay.
Alright, shouldery poo. Best co-op partner in the 7 Seas. While I'm switching though, do you want to hit that that second item on the Dizown? Or did we cover it already? So I feel like we covered the Almighty.
Let me.
The second.
Yeah, we covered the Almighty.
Second article.
Well, there's a third one.
Third.
We covered the Almighty and we covered the
What was
Lie.
that third one? That third one looked like it was a bit off the beaten path.
Yes, the third one was about sex and games.
Really? Do elucidate.
Yeah, it's about. Well, I mean, somebody was just talking about how there are there are certain times when sex appears in games, and it's kind of been treated in a bunch of different ways. And there are times when it appears to have crossed the line.
Ooh boy. Yeah, I've been there.
Um,
Remember hot coffee?
like, yeah, hot coffee.
Hillary was all over that.
But, you know, they also brought up a couple of really weird examples.
Oh?
Like, well, not weird, but just use of sexual violence
Sexual
as
violence.
a narrative story to. Well, yeah, remember?
You say
And
custard revenge, I'm gonna lose it.
no, I was just gonna go with Tomb
Oh.
Raider,
Yes, I actually was not a big fan.
where,
Go on. Go on, go on.
well, ooh, what?
Okay.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me! I'm sorry, I just went to Orbit and it's like new
I
offer
told
available.
I told you. Remember I told you they did that as soon as you... It's like, by the way, you can buy something now. Now that you've earned something.
You discovered Rasputin's
Nah, you're
secret
gonna
bunker, Felwinter's sarcophagus, and recovered
That's the
Felwinter's
only reason I
lab.
didn't show you the
Enhance
screenshot.
your new shotgun with an ornament. Oh
That's the
my
only reason I didn't show
God,
you the
this is
screenshot of that
crazy.
because I was worried. I was worried that you reading Felwinter's sarcophagus would be a spoiler of some sort, so I just didn't bother showing it to you. But I was like, yeah, man, they wasted no
Okay.
time after I got the shotgun to hit me with that. Okay, so as it turns out, it is not my Titan, but it is in fact the Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Breakneck, the Lie. Oh god, I'm only 29%. Memento, there it is. Make bows not war. Okay, so an epic reprise of the strike the arms dealer in the Eads on the Earth.
And the EDZ.
I don't remember whether or not it has matchmaking. I don't think it does. Shit. You think we can do a hard version of the arms dealer together?
We can give it a try. I'll have to make you fire team leader though, because I can't see it on my
Alright,
map.
eliminate 250 enemies and strikes with a hand cannon. Oh god. So I'm still doing Cade's Will. I'm still doing Memento. Make bows not war and the draw need to be done. Wow, I still have to do the draw. Alright, so let's check this map. The arms dealer, that's on Earth. ERF. Red Legion, Black Oil, no safe distance. Scavenger's Den. Sorry. Red Legion, no safe. What the foo? Oh, there it. Wow. Recommended power 900. Oh, it does have matchmaking. Look at that. Wait a minute. Is that really it? Is that the harder version of it? Yeah, because the recommended power on the other strikes is 750. So yeah, this has got to be it. Yeah, you're close to generating a viable key code to access the blah blah blah, with just a little bit more blah blah blah, you'll be blah blah blah. Always have matchmaking? I do not remember it having matchmaking. It has matchmaking.
I guess they added it.
Like, I have
Nice.
a video of when I completed it. I distinctly remember talking to people. They must have added that later. Hey, I ain't complaining. Shit is hard, yo. know. Remember when we did it? But anyway,
And we did.
to that effect,
Oh. When we did 0
no,
hour.
when we did it for you. As much as you like to pretend it does not exist, you too have the Leviathans, bro. Remember we did it for you, didn't we?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
remember we did it together.
Yes,
yeah.
we did. We did.
I did it once
remember.
on my own and got it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we did it when you reached the quest. We did it with you, and it was just as hard. So now, here we are again, reprising our desires to Brockus him right in his thurn.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Valis
Practice him right in the urn. Yes. Vows to Arc. He would just dive bomb you.
Valis Arc.
That was a bullet sponge. Bullet sponge.
Valis to Arc. Remember hiding under the ramp and just shooting Valis to Arc
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes? Remember when
Yeah.
Destiny bosses took 20 minutes to beat? Oh man.
Yeah, that was insane.
You know, in hindsight, it really was. Like, Valis to Arc literally had so much health, it would take like a half an hour to fight him. So you sitting there, snipe,
Yeah.
snipe, 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 butt cheek, snipe, snipe. This is not a healthy environment.
Yep.
You know,
None
all
at all.
reasonable logic tells me I should be using
Oh.
the tractor cannon, but I want to use the air. No, I'm gonna use the tractor cannon. Fuck it. I'm at 29%. Boop. Yeah. You got the elusive mid-air boop. Boops. Boop, you heathens! Boop. Oh. I was having too much.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
I was having way too much. I apologize.
No, hold on.
Pull out my sword. Pull out the chaperone. As much as I want to use the heir apparent, I feel like over here the phrase "you play too much." Sometimes I play too much.
Mm-hmm.
I can admit that. What the fuck? Dear Rift. See?
Oh.
You see,
I died.
I watched you. I know you're dead. You're like right across from me. Look. Hey. Nice ghost.
Oh, hey. Hello.
What is that? You got a bird on your ghost? Well, I have a snake on mine. How's that? What's up, Jack? Hey, buddy. Oh, great. It's another warlock. Surrounded by rogues. Literal,
You kind of lucky you got all these stylish folks.
literal birds of prey. Ooh. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Nope. Can we not? Holy shit. Okay. They are really powerful, and
Whoa.
going up here by myself was a terrible idea. That thing is shooting at. Ah! Okay, the war beasts are coming to get me. And that centurion does not like my face. Bellwinter, come to my aid! Boop. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to use. Wow. Okay.
Hmm?
I got
Okay,
hit out of a
fine.
heavy sword strike and died.
Wow.
Like right
That's
before the
crazy.
sword connected, that cabal said, "Silly bitch." So, all right. I didn't even get the hit out. Whoa. Break yourself, fool. All right.
Guardian down.
What? Oh, let me bring
Yeah.
me back.
just got Nightfall Revival rules on. We got like the timer before you.
Mhm. And we have no radar. That's another
They
problem.
have no radar. They're doing extra damage. They're all level 900 apparently. I don't know about you, but I'm only 1024 here. Okay. I'm one light level away from doing grand.
All right.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna.
Nice.
No, I'm not. I'm never gonna. Probably never gonna do it. And maybe when we're all 2,000
No,
light, I'll come
okay.
back and be like, hey. No, because it doesn't matter. When you do Grandmaster Nightfall, it's
No, it
you get
doesn't
capped-
matter.
You get capped at 1025, so you'll never be able to grind out of the challenge.
Oh.
They did that on purpose. So it's you're always just disadvantaged. I get it. I used to do hard raids. I get it. I'm no stranger to the raid being far stronger than you're actually capable of being.
Mhm.
But still.
It's the challenge.
That and Destiny 1 was more set up like an RPG with more RPG-y things in it, so it wasn't as much of a difficult proposition. You know, if you were caught in a situation it's like, oh, I can't die or I can't do this thing. You know, you just put on some good gear, maybe mess around with your abilities a little bit. This is very offense-oriented as far as a guiding principle goes. Destiny 2 is very offense-oriented. It's not so much about defensive plays and long-winded strategies as it is about like being a blunderbuss. We're kind of cleaning that up a little
Yeah.
bit with mods and whatnot. Like we're getting back the whole defensive, you know, kind of strategic modus operandi. But you know, growing pains. Because the game is still structured very action-like. I think that was part of the great homogeny. The great undermining.
Yeah. Where like all the weapons were the
Yeah,
same.
and we had the two primary systems that put shotguns, fusion rifles, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, all in the heavy slot.
Yeah, that was
Man,
crazy.
fusion rifles were heavies? What? Why would you do that? You just basically ensured I'll never use fusion rifles ever again.
Yes, indeed, true. And I never
It's so,
did.
like, oh man. It's like, alright, so you're really gonna make me choose between a sword, a machine gun, a rocket launcher, and a fusion rifle, and a shotgun? The only thing that ended up happening was I started using hand cannons, pulse rifles, scout rifles, bows. I started using everything a lot more, except the stuff that was in heavy. I was like, nah, man, stop that. Put shotguns back into the secondary slot. Cut that. Oh, blew me up. But I was like, y'all need to stop. That's why the Legend of Acreus is a heavy shotgun. It's from year 1. Back when shotguns were heavies. It's an exotic heavy shotgun. Remember we had the tractor cannon? What's the tractor cannon? An exotic heavy shotgun.
Hit the shotgun.
Yeah. Oh, year 1. Year 1 will never be forgotten. I hold year 1 dear in my heart, dear. I
Me
mean,
too.
you know, they tried to Ryan Johnson Destiny, and it kind of.
They tried to Ryan Johnson.
Yep, that's exactly they tried to Ryan Johnson Destiny. They were like, "Oh, do you like random rolls? Nope. You like customizing your characters? Nope. I'm gonna hit it with a sword. I broke the tank. I did it. I killed the tank with a sword. Achievement unlocked. They were like, remember depth? There's no more. Like what? Do you like exotics? Here's
No,
dozens
we
of
don't.
them.
Here's like 5 million of them.
Yeah, the homogeny the homogeny design was just really sad. Like, it was like they were like, yo, anybody that ever felt bad about not getting okay, I'm dead. Anybody that ever felt bad about not getting an exotic or not you know, reaching max power or not getting everything that there is to get. Like, I feel like vanilla Destiny 2 was made for those people. Like, everybody that couldn't get, like,
Yeah.
it's like they got a focus group together and just basically asked them what was your barrier for getting into Destiny. And everything they
Yeah.
gathered, they were like, okay, so we're gonna break that, take that out, take that out, take that out. That way everyone feels good. Because I remember one of the things that, and correct me if I'm wrong here, one of the most exciting things in the original Destiny was, oh, he's got to hit the other lever. That was my bad. I was supposed to do that.
Yeah.
One of the things that was the most exciting about the original Destiny was when you finished the level and it was totaling everybody's kills, and you used to see the two little slots. Remember the two little slots? And then you would like you'd get your drops, but you could see your drops and you could see everybody else's drops. Like
Yeah.
remember you beat a raid
Yeah.
and you could tell, he got the Galahorn, oh my god, you know? Did
Yeah.
you notice that they very conspicuously took that out of this game? You notice when you beat a stage, you don't see what people's drops
They-
are anymore. You see what their kills are. You don't get to see people's drops, so you can't have like a little
Oh.
exotic party. And I mean, people can still say what they got, you know, in a sense.
Well, you can still see.
Yeah, like you can still see what you've got, but
Oh.
it's not the same like when everybody could see everybody's stats and when you were waiting for that thing to stop spinning and pray that there was an exotic
Yeah.
there. I feel like that was taken out because, I don't know, somebody else would feel bad if they saw that you got the Ophidian aspect and they didn't. Ugh.
I mean, I know you felt bad. You were like, I'm not getting enough.
I
of
was
this.
like, not enough people know that I'm being tortured by this exotic. And by extension, by Bungie, who is very clearly at this point just trolling my soul. But I feel that that's definitely part of the homogeny, right? Also, collective kills. All right, in Destiny 1, you had to get your own kills. All right, you had to get your own kills. You shot someone to death, you got the kill. That was it. Destiny 2 is more like Overwatch, where, you know, as long as you have shot
Yeah.
at this person, if they die in close enough proximity to you shooting them, you get credit for the kill. Everybody gets credit for everybody's kills now. Again, that's part of no Guardian feel bad.
No guardian.
Yeah,
was
because I mean, if
fine.
you're garbage, or if you're not particularly good at PvP, you will not have a lot of kills. But using this system, as long as you participate in the death of something, you get a point. I mean, for people like me, that just means obscenely high KDs. But for people that are not all that great, you know, they got a glimmer of hope there. You know, they don't feel too left out, even though they should. 'Cause that's how you get good, son. Don't make the people think they're getting kills when they're not. But that's part of the great homogeny.
They're contributing to the kill.
Yeah, but that's not the same as getting a kill, dude. That's called an assist. Okay, and assists are not worth a full point on
Yeah.
your scoreboard. Assists have existed since the dawn of time. Okay, since the dawn of the peace, assists have existed. We weren't given full points for assists until Overwatch, though, and stuff like TF. But games like Overwatch and Team Fortress are more about completing the objective than they are about getting kills. The fact that Overwatch does that is kind of, you know, denying. Because the point isn't
Yeah.
to get killed anyway. The point is to, you know, get the bomb and
I see.
use the crab. Again, I do not mind. But you can tell just by all the fat they're trimming off of Destiny 2, like what was part of the Activision Focus Test Initiative and what is like part of the
Oh, yeah.
actual hardcore soul that many of us felt had taken a bit of a leave. during Destiny 2's inception. You know, I think Forsaken is definitely. I put Forsaken right up there with Taken King personally, in terms of overall improvement and overhaul. Like, the Dreaming City was phenomenal. The team that beat the raid and then changed the Dreaming City afterward and opened it up even further. Like, there was so many great, innovative, just groundbreaking things that were introduced to the Destiny formula as a result of Forsaken. And like Taken King before, it launched. But
Yeah.
better late than not at all.
Yeah.
Better not do this again with Destiny 3. More expert.
Guardian down.
Okay, time to save my teammates. Where is everybody? I see.
I am on the
Ramp. Oh, what?
left. Oh,
What
no.
the hell even hit? What was that? Did I get hit by a missile? I knew I should have went for you. I knew I should
I
have
don't
gone
know.
for you. Even though your timer was still going down, I should have gone for you. This is gonna be tough. You know, that's the first time I've ever died like that. That's the first time I've ever wiped from this. Yeah, the first time I did it, I survived by the skin of my teeth. When we did it together, I think you died once, but we stayed alive and we kicked it. All right, how about I use the Lumina and the loaded question? Yeah, I'm gonna use the loaded question too. Lumina, okay, yeah. Lumina, loaded question. That's it. I could really use the noble rounds for TBH. Oh, these turrets give noble rounds. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, if I can give y'all buffs. The Blessing of the Sky gives you. Oh, that's why. Yeah, dear, watch out. I forgot. Part of what makes this harder are these random missile drops.
Oh.
That's what killed me.
Okay.
It's Brachus Zahn with random missiles. Typically where you've been or where you are standing. That's, oh my god, now I remember that clip I uploaded. It was like me running and sliding around. It was me running and sliding all over the place because I didn't want to stop moving. It was Cabal, a ship, Brachus, everything was shooting at me and I couldn't stop. I literally could not stop moving or I would have died. Oh, and when Brachus stomps, there's like 5 missiles that just drop down randomly, so be careful. This thing is subtle enough. This thing is just subtle enough to be invisible, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see these little red spots like until it's too late. Like they could be beaming directly on top of you and you can't. What? Have you been beamed?
Yeah.
Can you corroborate my crab?
No, not yet.
My crab evidence?
Ah!
Alright, it's cool. It's all good.
Gosh darn it.
Oh god. Run! Brachus these nuts! Crap! Run!
Thank you.
You had like 2 missile spots on top of you. Thank you.
I saw.
He's up in his tower. I'm gonna shoot him down from here, I think. Oh, shite! I guess
What the hell?
shite. Bro. Way too much damage for somebody at my light level. Like, really? What is power? What is leveling up even? This seems just as hard as it did when I was level 900. Or 950. I think we were 950 back then. I think they... The loaded question is a really great fusion rifle VTW. You should definitely try to get it if you can. Yeah, it chains lightning and makes enemies explode in a row. It's really good, really fast, charges up well. Every time I have a fusion rifle objective for anything, especially in Crucible, Always bring the loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is just use fusion rifles and strikes. And who the heck is hitting me?
I don't know. But I just lured the cannon to an enemy and it kind of killed him instead.
I wish we could get these lasers to hit rocket. You know what? You about to get Nighthawked, son. Pow! Get him. Alright. That's only doing 111,000 damage? That doesn't feel like a lot.
Oh, now he's protected.
Now they're gonna have what, the little core thing is gonna be behind the other thing, you know, the suspect.
Yeah.
Just make sure you keep moving. Oh, and we gotta take out that shit. That shit is not it. That's it. Shit will kill us. Get out of my airspace.
Okay.
I got it. I'll get the thingy.
Guardian down.
What? God damn it.
Shit.
I'm done.
They're just shooting missiles at me. Oh god, I'm stuck! No! No!
You're
Yeah!
stuck?
I got like I picked up the solar charge and then got stuck.
Guardian down.
And now they're nuking the solar charge, so
Oh
I
my-
can't grab it. Get away from me. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away from me, you heathens. Alright. I feel good. How's your respawn timer looking? Do I have to come for you, or can I just dunk this beast? Because I just want to dunk the beast. This
Go ahead. It's
last guardian
8 seconds.
standing.
Oh.
Ah!
5 seconds.
No!
Alright, I'm back.
Not a moment too soon, I say. Not a moment too soon. Because I died right when you came back. Every cabal looking at that little fuel cell thing was like, really? Kill him. Let the other two know that that's not acceptable. Make an example out of the one that calls himself Penguin. Oh, yay, missiles on my face. His bombs are on my face. His bombs are on my face.
What? No! Oh. God, I almost got stuck.
Okay. Alright, I don't know if you saw what just happened to that crowd of to that group of dogs, but that is the loaded question at work right there. Like 9 dogs
Nice.
just died a horrible death. Alright, what are we looking at here? Oh, actually you're canoodling with the dogs. Need help over there?
Yeah. This other guy right here.
Oh, shite. I see him. I see him. No! This is so hard. I almost feel like I should just be a void walker. At least I could turn invisible at will. Put on the Ophadia Space and just have my dodges turn me invisible, just so I can clutch. Man, I feel kind of naked and visible. Yeah, you
Yeah.
feeling kind of visible over here.
Yeah.
And they're about to nuke your rift. I'm like, what kind of? That's such a dick move. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, here's this rift. Here, put a target on it. Oh, thank you. If only your hot fixes were that quick. Shade. Don't mind me just throwing shade.
Throw shade.
Rocket Zahn's gun is way
that's
too
enough.
powerful for words. Alright, I'm gonna revive our friend over there. I might put my sword away for the heir apparent.
Okay.
I'm still debating it because the opportunities to use my sword are extremely slim. Like I can't get close enough to anything to actually hit it with this thing. At least not without dying.
Yeah.
Get away from.
And these things are just everywhere. Jeez.
Did you see how they like backhanded me off of you? It's just
Yeah.
excessively rude, you know? I just find it very rude. Alright, I equipped the heir apparent. Hopefully, 70 sword ammo turns
Okay.
into, okay, 232 bullets. That's not bad. But at least I have free overshields. Get away from me. Hey, I use Cabal weapons. I use Cabal weapons. I use Cabal weapons.
Oh,
No.
are we done?
No, but I had to roll out of there, like, very quickly. Had to roll my way out. This dodge roll is saving my life in more ways than one. What isn't saving my life, however, is this Celestial Nighthawk, which honestly feels like a one-off. I feel like I'm barely pecking this dude. Look at that, 113, 252. Like, I feel like it should be more, but maybe he just has a lot of... Shit,
Yeah.
can't run that one. I don't want to risk getting dunked on. Alright, where you at? I see you.
In the front.
Yeah, look at me out here using the old Boost Mobile slogan. Where you at? Haha. I did Guardian games. Uh-oh. Wait, sorry. They're about to nuke you. They about to nuke you, boo. Ha! Team kill. Dear friendly fire. A porka ball just got dunked on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the other fuel cell.
Okay.
Just running over to it as we speak with this heavy ass gun. This is the fastest way to move with a cell. And now I have to put it down.
Uh-oh.
Jeez! Okay, 2 seconds of sticking my head out of cover. Death. I don't have a lot of ammo left in my heir apparent, so not really the option of champions right now, but yes! Move yourself in the...
Alright.
Dunk. What's my name? Dunkachino. Here,
Guardian down.
you want exotic goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate mocha. Oh, national treasure. I wish that flavor actually existed. I would order it.
The
Yeah,
Dunkachino.
man, they brought him back in with hazelnut too. Caramel swirl. I know it was you. I know it was you. Oh no.
Guardian down.
I just adore that the joke is the joke.
Yeah.
Shit. I do not have the defense for this. No, I don't. I don't know who told these people that I'm just running around in overshields in perpetuity. That's not the case. Yeah, see, this is the part where you do run around like a chicken. Wow. Because now it's just, oh, it's just, this is the part where you no longer have the ability to stop moving. Bless you. Bless you, electric cheeks.
Guardian down.
No.
Oh.
Nice saw. Down. Down, boy. Shit. Alright. No. No, stop shooting at me so accurately. How? How are you guys so good all of a sudden? Stop! Get away from me! Oh my goodness. My screen is insane right now. I can't.
I'm gonna...
Yes, do that! Every other second I'm getting shot. Like, I wish my screen would be a... Can my screen just be a different color? Like, this whole red thing... There's like blood splatter on my screen. Because my health is just constantly in red. I just keep getting hit. Nighthawk!
He's got a sliver of health left.
Hey. Guardians have died in more forgiving conditions, okay? It ain't over till it's over,
Yeah.
bro.
Guardian down.
It ain't
What?
over. So
Literally, a sniper got me from like a football field away. That's not even fair.
nope. No, it's not. Yes! Bitch! Throw a bitch in there. Give me my bow!
You gotta
What is this? Applied
For good
crypto
measure.
security? Give me another quest step? What the fuck is my... What the fuck? Dead memes. Dead memes! Dead memes! Come on. Put it there. Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Boo. Appreciate you. You have failed the fist bomb.
I could not
You could
reach you in
not?
time, dear.
Well, thank
Could
you.
not.
Thank you for being. Thank you for helping me with that madness. I know it's hard to believe the one character who should have the very special bow does not have the very special bow, but that is just how the universe turned out. What do you...
Alright.
Hello? Sorry about that.
What happened? Where'd you go?
People knocking on my door. People that knock
Okay.
on my door for the purposes of door knocking
Alright.
when they knock on doors. I have control of this beast, don't I? Sorry about that. Let me give it to you. See, with great
Yeah.
power. That's why I usually let you have it. You know, you have all of the
Okay.
responsibility between the two of us. Me, I get distracted easily. So yeah, don't leave me with the keys.
Oh, he's gonna take us to the tower.
Yeah. I think that's where I have to head next anyway. Isn't that what this quest says? What does this quest say? Bollocks. You've
You gotta talk to
completed all the
Banshee or
necessary
somebody?
calibrations on the key generator. The only thing remaining is a biometric authentication from We didn't want to drop it for you in the field, so we're going to make you go through 2 more instances. Okay. Alright, I get it. The tower's relevant. It's relevant. I get it. No, it's okay. It's okay. How are we doing on the lie? 31%. Good lord.
Oh, jeez.
I actually need to play some... If you want to play some Crucible, if you want to do a bonus this weekend, play some Crucible. I actually... There's double Valor and Glory in the Crucible this week. And I actually
Ooh.
wanted to... Yeah. I actually wanted to run around a little bit because I want to get Randy's throwing knife, which means I have to get more scout rifle kills in the Crucible. I have to get more scout rifle and pulse rifle kills in the Crucible. I mean, even though probably all of this shit is about to be sunset soon, I do feel a little bit of FOMO in what I have not yet acquired. If you're down to do some Crucible and talk some Crucible stratagems, take out, give your Fellwinter's Lie the proper field test, I'm totally down, because I was going to do some of that on Friday. I was going to look for Xur and maybe Crucible a bit.
Okay.
Just because,
That sounds fun.
Crucible is a curious beast to do.
No, it's Mayhem this week. Yeah.
We didn't do a Mayhem? Oh wow, that's surprising. That's very surprising. You're usually like, Mayhem! Oh no, the sun is setting.
Yeah.
The sun is setting!
Ooh.
Oh, it's gone.
Aww.
So apparently people were using the floor as lava thing to kind of hop around to places you shouldn't hop to. And I think that's how that guy got the To be frank, it looks like he was standing on that block. Gray block. It looks like that's where he took his picture of the Almighty. Like he was crouched on that thing. Because the gun is like slightly offset to the right. Oh wait, the sun is effing rising. Oh yeah, you can totally see it if you want to now. Yeah, come over here. Come quickly. It moves with the sun.
Oh, I see it.
Like you see it, or you see it?
I see it. I see it. It's right there. It's huge.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, well, I gotta screenshot this.
Hold on, I gotta look this up again. Hold on, I gotta look this up again just to hold on. Oh my god, I can't. All right, the almighty size. All right, so we've got lore master, Callus, Leviathan can eat planets. The Leviathan is eating a moon. Oh wow. The Almighty has been shown to be almost the same width as Mercury, a planet that has a diameter of roughly 3,000 miles. Yeah.
Is it closer than it was yesterday?
That is one of the questions. That is one of the questions. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to get a closer look at it, but to be frank, if I were a betting man, I don't want to say it looks bigger than it did yesterday, but I'm just going to take a screenshot right now, and I might compare it to yesterday's screenshot. I mean, I want to say it looks like it's a little bit bigger than it was, but to be frank, the Almighty was, ever since it first appeared, it's been dwarfing the sun like that. Which is like, wow. It's roughly 3,000 miles in diameter.
That's crazy.
I'm under the impression that this thing would need a shitload of firepower to take out one. And, I think one of the cataclysmic events to befall us, I would not be surprised if there were not almighty pieces in the European dead zone. Because this thing is too fucking big. There's no way. Rasputin cannot obliterate it. He can't. There's no way that he can, like, atomize or vaporize this thing. Aside from the massive amount of firepower you need to just knock it out of the sky, period. What about the debris? Where do the pieces of it fall? I'm pretty sure that even if Rasputin manages to, like, take it out in some large capacity, the pieces of this thing are going to hit the tower, they're going to land in the EDZ, they're going to hit the Cosmodrome, like, this thing is still gonna fuck up the planet a little bit. I mean, if we're going by real science and not J.J. Abrams scale tomfoolery like in the Rise of Skywalker. Listen, that is scale tomfoolery, Jessica. All right, it is. It's scale tomfoolery. The second Death Star was supposed to be twice as big as the original Death Star, and the original Death Star was like as big as a moon or bigger than a moon. There's no way in feck that the ruins of the Death Star would have been that small. Under any circumstances, the ruins of the Death Star should not have been that small. Like that piece that Rey saw from far away that she matched up with the dagger, because Uchi sat by the wreckage and carved his dagger in the shape of the never. Okay, yeah, that piece, honestly, dear, should have been the size of a state. Like, you should have been able to walk across that. Like, that thing should have been the size of, like, the state of New York. You're talking about a piece of a planet-sized ship. Planet-sized. Like,
Yeah.
Bungie knows. Bungie was like, hey, this thing is the width of Mercury. It looks like it. It looks like it. And when that thing, dear, there's no way. We're not going to atomize it. There's no way. I mean, Rasputin didn't even atomize the Traveler. Oh, yeah, by the way. Fully all in on the Rasputin shot the Traveler theory now, by the way. All in. All in on the Rasputin shot the Traveler theory.
Yeah.
Yep. Pseudo-altruistic protocol. Yep. Killer of children. Killer of Iron Lords. Shooter of Travelers. Anyway. Yeah.
And it makes sense now why the Traveler, like, the Traveler did it on purpose.
I'm pretty sure.
Because think about it. Now, it's stuck here, right? So it's like, oh, really? Okay.
Well, now I'm stuck here. I might as well.
How about
some immortality?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, hun?
Man, that's crazy. No, I was gonna say, like, the Traveler is, like, the Traveler did it on purpose. The Traveler made its, son a guardian.
Wait. Did you say? Oh. Okay, yeah. I thought you meant I'm like, the Traveler has a son? And you're like, oh. All right, context. All right, yes.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Traveler. I think we can admit by now that the Traveler works in very mysterious ways, to say the least. And I can't see the Traveler resisting the opportunity to create a new kind of light bearer, or at the very least dabble around with us weird ass creatures. Because Felwinter is special. I think it's very interesting that he got that it sent him a ghost.
Back from the hunt, I see.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
That's really interesting.
And that the ghost was enough to give him his
That's
own
really
sentience.
fascinating.
Like, whatever Felwinter was before the
Even
ghost
with the
got to
most
him,
difficult ciphers, all
he
letters
wasn't
were
autonomous.
Mhm.
He was a robot, basically. He was a slave. He was a robot. It wasn't until the ghost
Oh my
came to
god,
him
when can
that
I
he got
start?
this consciousness that would become, Felwinter. But he literally had to build that from scratch. And when he found out what he was,
That's crazy.
oh yeah, dude, I can't wait. Like we're gonna chew on this lore book, and Bife's video is amazing because he got the entire goddamn book.
Of course he did.
Damn.
How do I
On
start? I want some
Tuesday.
pages of this
On
lore book.
Tuesday, Bife had his video out on Tuesday, though.
I don't know how Bife got all
I
the
mean, I
pages.
know Bife crowdsources a lot of his, like, he has, like, help here and there. He's got, like, artists and, faithful grinders and people that just go ham, and then he'll, like, look on their accounts. But damn, man. What level of sweat does Bife engage with on the daily to know somebody who would have the entire Liar book unlocked on Tuesday?
Yeah, that's
Beasts
bananas.
out here in these streets.
And it took him a minute to do the video.
Right?
So he had to have it like at least on
I
Sunday.
mean, I don't know. I don't freaking know how. Probably data mined it. I don't know because in his video, he has footage of the books as he's reading them. Like he has it up on the screen, and he's
Oh,
like, you know, I
man.
love his presentation and the way it's gone up in the years. Like when he's reading from lore books, I love how he'll display it and then do like a slow crawl through it, like a ticker while he reads it.
Yes.
Very, very nice visuals. Very nice visual presentation. Shout out to Pipe for
Yeah.
for being the sole access point to Destiny's story and it making any sense whatsoever. Thank you, sir. It's like I hate everything said. He's like, it's like we've come into this universe at the least interesting part of its history. Like everything that's cool that's happened in this universe happened before we came back.
Always something
It happened
new
during
to
Twilight.
Yeah,
Gap.
Twilight Gap, Battle of Six Fronts, the Warlords, the Iron Lord, like all of that stuff
We
is
drove the
kind
Red Legion out.
of pre. It's B.
It kind of
BG.
already happened.
It's before Guardians. Is there really a Dr.
Church,
Evil
there's
emote
a
called
lot of
Feline Fancy?
fantastic things.
Oh,
I
that's
tend to
hilarious.
believe
Ooh,
him.
a Siva emergence transmat effect. Yes, I will. Thank you.
Just browsing.
Let me
Oh,
get down
boy.
on that Siva. What? It's only 400 bright dust. Not bad.
Okay.
All right. Oh wait, I didn't talk to Banshee. While I get ready to talk to Banshee, I can hear it in your voice. I can hear Gabriel's lie, which is, oh yeah, I'm not tired. Oh yeah, I like listening to you ramble on and on as the clock ticks further and further towards 1:30. No, really, keep talking, Expert Penguin. I have all night. That's Gabriel's lie right there. It's all right.
That's not a lie, but I am a
Listen,
bit
keep
tired.
talking. No, really. I don't have to go to bed. Keep talking. That's the real lie. All right.
Stay out of sight.
All right. Wait. He gave me another... Banshee, where the F is my bow?
What did he give
He gave
you?
me another quest step. What the fuck? Why do I...
What's the
Return to
quest?
Banshee's workshop to claim the book...
Oh, well, that's
I
easy.
forgot how to do that. Oh, wait. It's in the hangar, isn't it? Oh, God. Why y'all making me do this? All right. While I go and secure this bow and show our wonderful, wonderful audience the path to obtuse frustration. Where's Shaxercise when I need it? Just play on a dime. Let me just summon it. You know what to say to the people. Did you enjoy Fellwinter's Lie? How about them revelations?
I did. That was a lot of fun.
Didn't I tell you?
That was just.
I told you. It's not just a game.
That was something.
I told you you would have a revelation.
That. That was ridiculous.
How do you feel about Rasputin?
That was
with all
crazy.
Of this additional context. I mean,
I feel like my impression of Rasputin is unchanged. I knew that he was kind of a dick.
I
Yeah,
feel like this
I knew
goes
that
beyond
already.
kind of a dick territory. Okay, kind of a dick is, I am master of my domain and there is no equal to me. That's kind of a dick. Murdering over 100 Iron Lords and
Looks like a journal and a brain. But I
that's
can't
still in
tell
kind of a dick territory.
Pretty much the entire
Kind of a
thing
dick.
is redacted, and there are whole pages missing.
Mass murdering
I see
tyrant.
what you mean.
Am I worrying too much?
He's a mass murdering tyrant, that's for sure.
I mean, dear, Saladin.
And that suddenly makes a lot of sense.
Saladin's a
Saladin
broken man.
almost got
He's
taken
a
out.
broken man because of this too.
Yeah.
Like this drastically altered him. He had to watch
Mhm.
Yolder die. I think he and Yolder were, they had the, there's definitely a rise of iron going on Mount Fellwinter.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Long story short, Saladin wakes up every morning,
Mhm.
okay? He goes to the top of Mount Fellwinter. He lights the honking torches. He puts out the fire. He mourns those he lost. And he truly has no idea that this was not an accident. This was not overzeal. This was not hubris. It was actually the machinations
No.
of a... give me an adjective to describe the attitude that Rasputin had to have been in to commit to this course of action, because he spent centuries, like he spent a long time trying to kill Fellwinter. Like a very long time. Wow, this is I forgot how ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jeez. Like, I mean, everything makes sense now, and at the same time, I wish it didn't. Like, I'm glad I know, and I also wonder whether or not I really wanted to know. Ooh, take bow. Heyo. Halitosis. Shake your breath. Watch yourself. Shake your breath. Hit me with my breath in my hand.
Well, all right.
Let me leave it with my mints. Be cool. What?
Nothing. I was about to do the outros.
If you no longer want to smell Lucien's breath, go to... Okay. Go on. I'm going to go to Zavala's office and exercise.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants to keep up with us, you should check out Infernal Penguins and the Instagrams, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the YouTube, and especially InfernalPenguins.com.
Yeah, InfernalPenguins.com. The site where the things go down, and soon I think we're gonna be filling the site with impassioned calls to action, right? It's too much bad journalism going on out there, right?
You know, if we're not happy with the way that things are being put out there, then I think it's our duty,
I don't think we're happy, dear.
our responsibility
Agreed.
to be the alternative.
I think there are few better equipped for this job than us. I think very soon, all these socials, you see these socials, all right? All of these socials, my dear, my fine feathered friends, are going to be booming. You have to check out us at Expert Penguin on Twitter and at Her Infernal / Expert Penguin on Twitch. Well, we will be switching soon. Thank you for watching. I'm going to crash the almighty into this place. And hopefully come out with something, you know, something that represents progress, right? Rebirth.
Yeah.
And hopefully not the
Rebirth.
demon spawn of an angered tyrant god. You know, I mean, humble beginnings much.
That's
I
not.
mean, damn, Rasputin, you literally used to be an Amber Alert, bro.
He was at one point. It's true.
Damn. I mean, I'm fascinated and I love it, but I honestly feel terrible. Oh! Before I say what I'm gonna say, you heard the lady. Follow us on all those things. visit the other things. We will be back. Same bat time, same bat channel, but might make a little bit of room for a bonus episode.
Think of it as training, Guardian. You
We'll
can
see
only
how
Nice.
that goes.
stronger
But
through this.
before I do that, I got the Shaxercise playing. Oh heavens. It's great. I wish you could hear.
Yeah.
You know what? I wish that whenever somebody played the Shaxercise, you could like hear it through all the speakers in the tower.
That would be amazing.
Where are you? Where are you? I gotta run over to you before we go.
I'm at the tower.
Oh, are you?
I'm sorry, I'm at the. I'm at
You set
Eververse.
yourself up for that. You were like, I'm doing the layup. Lucian, take it. And I said, okay. Oh, are you at the tower?
Don't know where my uncle finds you.
Yes. Okay.
Now, I know you fought with Siva. I know you fired Siva from your weapons. I know that you have used and abused Siva
Drove
until
the
the
Red
end of
Legion
time.
out.
But
We'll
tell
do
me
the
this,
same to
Guardian.
whoever comes next.
Have you ever flossed with Siva?
No, I have
Unpause
never.
your name, Guardian. Get out of your inventory already.
Okay. Oh, jeez. That's
alright. Gets in all the crevices.
a whole lot of Siva you
Yeah,
got
it gets
there.
in the corners. You ever floss with Siva? I want to also add that the subtitles from Shaxercise are still playing on my screen while I do this, so it's doubly funny. Like every so often, I just get words at the bottom of my screen like, "I like that, Guardian. This is amazing. If you want it, this battle is yours. Take it." That's right. Take it. Take that. 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 Bad boy. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Oh, but before we go, this is what I really want to show you. I forgot to show you the picture of Fellwinter. Remember we were talking about the Fellwinter, the Fellwinter golem? Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Look at what Rasputin did.
Oh, did you send it?
Yeah. Look at what Rasputin did.
Oh my god.
Okay. Look at this. Someone actually took a sniper rifle and I guess zoomed into his face. Do you see his face? Look at what Rasputin did.
Oh my god.
Like, really? He deserved that? The Iron Lords deserve that? That's awful. What a fate.
That's
And
terrible.
I mean, what? Prior to us opening the vault, weren't they just like hanging there?
yeah,
Oh,
they were just
God.
hanging there.
Not even self-imposed, a not death, just in limbo. And by that point, the Siva was probably controlling their bodies too. That's not Fellwinter's consciousness in there. That's the Siva controlling the
No,
husk.
he's gone. Yeah.
That is
Siva.
awful. Rasputin, after this whole Almighty thing, I don't know, man. We gotta talk, bro. That's not cool. That's an awesome story beat, and I love having found out who Fellwinter was, but oof.
Don't know where my
Yeah, that was pretty
I
amazing.
feel kind of gutted. But that concludes the expert
Yeah.
playlist. I'm gonna go jump off the tower now. Hold on. This life feels dirty.
Oh no.
I need Ghost to pull me back from a moment in time where I don't feel dirty. Holy crap. I don't even know where it put me. Alright. Pain leads to perfection, Guardian. Embrace it. Clearly the exercise is still playing. Good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the
Good
truth
night.
behind the lie. See you No more second chances. Fight to the end. Who's gonna keep doing that as long as they keep appearing? Because I'm not hearing the voice. I'm just seeing the subtitles. So